You're watching PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network, state leader in public affairs programming. PCN is supported in part by Armstrong, serving cable subscribers in Butler and Zelienople.
And now, PCN's exclusive coverage of PIAA Championship Baseball on PCN, Pennsylvania's Championship Network. Brought to you by TAP 529, Pennsylvania's tax-advantaged college savings plan, on the web at tap529.com. TAP 529, helping college dreams happen.
College costs are skyrocketing. I recommend we put you in Pennsylvania's TAP 529 program. College savings presently grow federal and Pennsylvania tax-free. Save for college at almost any private or public college in the country. And there are many new investment options to choose from. It's all right here.
Pennsylvania's TAP 529. Call, go online, or talk with your financial advisor.
So, what do you think?
Sounds like a plan, honey.
From RiverSide Stadium on City Island in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Cable Network, PCN, presents Championship Baseball, the 2003 Class 2A Baseball Championship. Today's ball game features the Ellwood City Wolverines. They come in with a 20-7 record. They're the district champions out of District 7. They'll take on the District 11 champions, the Tamaqua Blue Raiders. They come in with a 20-4 record. Hello, everybody. I'm Gary Laubach, along with John Leone. We welcome you to a beautiful day for baseball, and we've got two outstanding teams. John, two teams that have won 40 games, two pitchers on the mound who are collectively 19-1 on the season. These are just two district champions ready to play for a state title.
And fittingly so, Gary. Ricciuti and Spots are going to give us great pitching. There's no question about that. But the two teams have interesting backgrounds too, Gary. Ellwood City is a team that doesn't beat themselves. They don't give you the extra out. They're very strong up the middle. On the other hand, Tamaqua it really is blossoming into a group that these kids started off a long time ago, parts of two different little leagues in the Tamaqua area that have merged, and really the fruits are obvious.
As we turn our attention first to the visiting team, which would be Ellwood City, John, a very talented ball club. The first five guys in their lineups are all going to play college baseball. They've batted .625 so far in the playoffs. They've won with good pitching. They've won with timely hitting. They've won with good defense. But then again, that sounds like the formula to success.
Oh, that's how you get here, Gary. It's great balance. But again, I think anytime you get to this level, you've got to do the little things. You got to manufacture runs when the situation calls for it. They're able to do that. Obviously, the batting averages speak for themselves. But Gary, you know, you don't get this far by beating yourself. And obviously, when it's time to make the big plays, they've got a great blend of seniors and young people. But really, both teams pretty much depend on their senior leadership.
Let's take a look at how these two teams got here. And John, they've got here in identical ways. They've had great pitching, no question about that. They've had what they have needed to be is enough runs on the board, obviously. And we're going to see two great pitchers today in Ricciuti, who certainly has been outstanding, 11-1, a 1.48 ERA. And then Kyle Spots, 8-0 with a 1.70 ERA. John, you and I may be just up there sitting around with no base hits in the ballgame.
It could be, but don't count it out. I mean, again, both of these teams are capable of hitting the baseball. But that said, Ricciuti at 6'3" is Colgate bound, I think, on a football scholarship. So it gives you an idea of the kind of physical specimen he is. And of course, Spots, his numbers are outstanding, Gary. He's just a crafty pitcher, and he's gotten him this far. He's kind of carried this team, but he really depends upon his defense. Again, very strong up the middle. Little Bridge, Hudson in center field. Jay Cortez, a great catcher for him. So again, I think we look for great defense, just well-rounded baseball.
And of course, Tamaqua, they won their first district title this year, so obviously their first trip to the state playoffs. It's always an exciting adventure. It was supposed to happen on Friday. Rain didn't make that happen. It was supposed to happen in Williamsport. That's not the case. We're in Harrisburg. We'll crown a state champion in 2A baseball. The first pitch and the starting lineups coming your way right after this timeout. It is indeed beautiful here at RiverSide Stadium. It's a beautiful day and a good crowd on hand. As John, the fans from Ellwood City and Tamaqua have made the trek.
They sure have, Gary. This place filled up in a hurry, and you can't help but wonder how many people from across the river here in Harrisburg maybe sauntered on over to catch some good high school baseball. But you're absolutely right. This place filled up rather quickly. The weather has cooperated, and we got some interesting personalities in this game, too. We had a chance to talk with both managers, and baseball, Gary, is a game that just seems to bring out caricatures, and we met a couple of them.
It does indeed, John. Bring out caricatures. One who is not is the PIAA announcer, Robert Schellenberg, and he's about to get busy as he'll introduce today's starting lineups and bring them out to the first base line. So let's go to Bob, the Wolverines of Ellwood City, to be introduced first.
And now, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for Ellwood City, their head coach, Jeff Fodia. And now the starting lineup for the Wolverines. Leading off, playing second base, number 31, Aaron Lillibridge. Batting second, wearing number 7, left fielder, Tony Cunningham. Batting third and pitching, number 19, Kevin Raschuti. The cleanup hitter will be the shortstop, number 13, Jeremy Hunsacker. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 39, Darren Sherry. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 25, Mike Fidel. Batting seventh and catching, number 14, Jay Cortez. Batting eighth, number 29, the center fielder, Lavon Hudson. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 12, Matt Clark. And playing right field, wearing number 3, Travis McQuiston. And the remainder of the Ellwood City Wolverine squad. And now let's meet the home team for today's game, the Blue Raiders of Tamaqua. Tamaqua head coach, Jeff Redding. And now the starting lineup for the Blue Raiders. The leadoff batter, shortstop, number 12, Alex Sukas. Batting second, wearing number 11, and pitching, Kyle Spots. Batting third, the catcher, number 24, Caleb Calarco. The cleanup hitter for the Blue Raiders, center fielder, number 10, Chris Ware. Batting fifth and playing second base, number 2, J.R. Graver. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 20, Matt Yoakum. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 14, Zach Kopczynski. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 3, Torrey Graver. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 19, Marshall Garger. And wearing number 5, left fielder, Jesse Tuckett. The Blue Raiders of Tamaqua. Your championship umpires. Umpiring behind the plate, John Babb. At first base, Gene Coleman. At third base, Gary Sinott. Umpiring at third base, Larry Schooley. Ladies and gentlemen, the remainder of the Tamaqua Blue Raider squad.
This crowd appears to be ready for baseball as they already have started the chanting. They'll have to quiet down as we all rise to honor America with our national anthem.
With the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner to be sung today by Ellwood City Wolverine Jr. and starting center fielder Levon Hudson. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow.
Thank you,
He plays
Levon
center field.
Hudson. Great job.
Like he sings.
America.
That young man is destined for greater things.
Well, we said they were strong up the middle, and that young fella's the center fielder, and what a great performance right there. Fitting start to what ought to be a great baseball game.
On a day when it's 77 degrees, a few chills went up and down plenty of spines. As we take a look at the Ellwood City Wolverine batting order. Batting first, number 31, Aaron Lillybridge, a senior second baseman. Batting second, number 7, Tony Cunningham, the left fielder. He is a senior. Batting third is the pitcher, Kevin Ricciuti, number 19, a senior. Batting cleanup, number 13, Jeremy Hunsaker, the shortstop, a senior. Batting fifth, number 39, Darren Sharrock, a senior first baseman. The DH is Mike Fidel, a sophomore. He wears number 25. He'll bat sixth. Batting seventh, Jay Cortez, a sophomore. The catcher wears number 14. Batting eighth, Levon Hudson, a junior center fielder. He'll wear number 29. And batting ninth, Matt Clark, the sophomore third baseman. He wears number 12. In right field is number 3, Travis McQuiston. He's in defensively, DH4 by Fidel. The defensive alignment for the Blue Raiders of Tamaqua. Around the infield, first base, Zach Kopczynski. Second base, Alan Graver. Shortstop is Alex Zukis. At third base is Marshall Garger, number 19. And left field, Jesse Tuckett. In center field, Chris Ware. And in right field, Torrey Graver. The battery mates behind the dish, Caleb Calarco. Out on the mound is Kyle Spots, a senior. Good fastball, curveball, changeup, and slider. 66 innings pitched, 25 runs scored, 16 of them earned. He's given up 52 hits. He has struck out 74 opponents. He has a couple of saves as he has registered an 8-0 record with a 1.70 ERA.
Gary, just looking at these two pitchers physically, they seem to resemble one another. They're both about 6'2" or 6'3", kind of long, lanky, physical specimens. And we take a look at a couple of the one of the umpires. I think that's our first base umpire,
Gene Coleman.
Gene Coleman.
Behind the plate, John Babb. Second base, Gary Sinott. And third base umpire, Larry Schooley. Stepping in, Aaron Lillybridge. Batting .411 on the season. Headed to Waynesburg University. 23 hits, 4 doubles. 13 runs scored, 22 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. The count is evened up at 1-1.
Kyle Spots, Gary, throws a fastball, changeup, curve, and a slider. So, again, he's got a wide variety of pitches right there. Looked like a hard slider just off the plate that Lillibridge couldn't catch up to.
The Wolverines have won 15 in a row. They've got a few famous baseball people out of Ellwood City. Hack Wilson and Richie Allen. As you get a look at Jeff Fodia, their head coach. And the count goes full at 3-2. Coach Fodia, as we had a look at him, had his hair sheared after the district championship. It's a team that gets great fan support. And they are loaded with assistant coaches. When I have a half hour, I'll give them to you. Ball is flied out towards right field. Graver on the run. It'll be a foul ball. And Torrey will not get to it.
Barry, one thing is a characteristic of this ballpark. It is a big ballpark, and there is a lot of room in foul territory. That ball with the wind blowing left to right was curving away from right fielder Tony Graver, and he just ran out of room. Take a look at the ballpark. You know, it's kind of a welcoming sight mostly for pitchers, because when there's a lot of room in foul territory, some of those foul balls can be caught up to, but the wind just took that one out of reach.
Sharp ground ball out towards second. Nice play by Alan Graver. And Graver over to Kopczynski. And sometimes in state championship baseball, the first out is a hard one because everybody's a little nervous.
Absolutely, but again, Spots showed good poise and kept the ball down. Nice play here by second baseman Alan Graver. Rights himself, gives the first baseman Zach Kopczynski time to get back to the bag. One down.
Tony Cunningham steps in, the senior left fielder, batting .240 with 12 hits, 3 doubles, a home run, 10 runs scored, 5 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. But when you give all those batting numbers, there's an asterisk, because you have to look at what this guy has done on the mound. He has won 13 games in a row as a pitcher. He is 13-1 in his career. He started his career 0-1. He hasn't lost since. The 2-0 pitch. At the knees, strike one.
Great depth and great versatility on the part of both of these teams. But Gary, you mentioned it in the pregame. You don't get to this game. You don't get to this level. Nice changeup.
Spots is going to have to cover on a nice play by Kopczynski. And Spots did not get there in time. Tony Cunningham with an infield base hit.
Great hustle by Cunningham, head first slide. You know, the ball was kind of hit in no man's land, and Kopczynski had to come off the line to get the ball. Now, Spots is just a little late reacting, Gary. If we get another look at it, you'll see that clearly Cunningham beats the play, but Kyle Spots was just a little slow getting off the mound, and that hesitation cost him.
So our first runner of the ball game, and pitcher Kevin Ricciuti steps in. He's batting .400, 22 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, 15 runs scored, 10 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases. First pitch is upstairs, ball one.
Kevin Ricciuti, a great athlete, Gary. I understand going to Colgate next year on a football scholarship. I understand he's a quarterback.
He is indeed.
So we'll be, you and I anyway, will be watching him from time to time.
Bobbled, they'll get the play at second on a nice play by Alan Graver. Zukas came up with it, and I mean, he fired the ball to second baseman Graver, who had the wherewithal to catch it.
Well, the thing about it, Gary, is Alan Graver times it perfectly. Zukas does a nice job here to recover, but watch Graver come across the bag at precisely the moment that the ball arrives. So good timing and nice play on the part of Zukas and Graver.
Courtesy runner, number 10. Number 10, courtesy running.
So the fielder's choice eliminates Cunningham. And we have a courtesy runner for Ricciuti, as it's number 10, Nick Mancini. With 2 down, and Jeremy Hunsaker steps in, strike one on a curveball. 327 on the year, 18 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, 12 runs scored, 11 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases.
I'm not sure that we've seen Kyle Spots start off with a curveball. He comes back with the hard stuff and gets ahead 0-2 quickly.
0-2, time is called.
And now, manager Jeff Redding wants to have a word with Sherrick. Let's take a look at it again. That's just hard stuff that has a little tail on it. Gary comes back and catches the outside corner. I'm telling you, Kyle Spots has got some stuff out there. He can really bring it.
Gentlemen, 0-2.
And he's ahead in the count, 0-2, 2 down
I got you.
in the first with a runner at first
Play.
in Mancini.
I think he went. Oh, yeah.
They'll check. He did indeed. The first strikeout of the ball game will end the first inning. No damage done, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base, and here you get a look, and he did go.
Yeah, nice pitch by Spots, because what he does is he takes something off the pitch and it just dies at the plate. And Sherrick just couldn't hold up on it, cross the plate. First strikeout for Spots.
Nearly 150 cable systems representing 3 million homes and 9 million state residents. That's the television audience for today's 2003 PIAA Class 2A Baseball Championship. A big hello to all the family, friends, and fans in the Commonwealth who are enjoying this competition on PCN. All right, we turn our attention to the Blue Raiders of Tamaqua and their starting batting order. They'll lead it off with Alec Zukas, the shortstop, wears number 12. He's a junior. Batting second, Kyle Spots, the senior right-hander, out on the mound, will wear number 11. Caleb Calarco is the catcher, a senior, number 24. He'll bat third. The cleanup hitter is Chris Ware, a senior center fielder. Batting fifth, number 2, Alan Graver. He's a junior, second baseman. Batting sixth, Matt Yoakum, the senior designated hitter. He'll wear number 20. Batting seventh, Zach Kopczynski, a senior, first baseman. He'll wear number 14. Batting eighth, Corey Graver, the right fielder. He is a senior. And batting ninth, number 19, Marshall Garger. He is a senior, third baseman. Take a look at the defense of the Wolverines of Ellwood City. At first base, Darren Sherrick. The second baseman is Aaron Lillybridge. At shortstop, Jeremy Hunsaker. At third base, Matt Clark. Out in left field, Tony Cunningham. Levon Hudson is in center field. Travis McQuiston is the right fielder. Behind the dish, Jay Cortez. Out on the mound, Kevin Ricciuti, the senior right-hander, has pitched 52 innings. He's given up 11 earned runs, 35 hits. He has struck out 95 batters, and he has walked 22. He is 7-1 on the season, 11-1, or check it, 11-1 this year with a 1.48 ERA. Kevin with a 30-3 career record.
Gary stands about 6'3", and we watched him warm up. He comes straight over the top and really brings it. I mean, he throws BBs out there, and he's backed up by a very, very strong supporting cast in the field.
Alex Zukas. Zukas comes in with an unbelievable .494 batting average, 38 hits, 12 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs, 31 runs scored, and 21 RBIs. He is the team leader in almost every category.
Yeah, .494, Gary, and a great on-base percentage, and kind of built like one of those classic leadoff batters, kind of low to the ground, but he's got a good girth to him. I mean, he's got some pop in that swing as well. So, you know, it's strength against strength. Great pitcher against a great hitter.
Ball, and the count will stay 0-2.
Yeah, and they're playing hardball too. I mean, Ricciuti's coming right after him, and Zukas is hanging right in there. 3 straight fastballs, 3 hard cuts. Ricciuti ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Changed on him.
Did, but nice job of hitting by Zukas to stay with it. He's got a very quick bat.
Yeah, he does, Gary, and you know, that's why Ricciuti tried to cross him up with a changeup, but Zukas did a good job of keeping his hands back and waiting on that pitch. Great adjustment on the part of Zukas.
Tamaqua as a team comes in batting .351.
Ball!
High and outside, ball 1. Ellwood City comes in batting .305 as you get a look at head coach Jeff Redding, assisted by Brian Redding and Dan Gerber.
Ball!
Tried to change again, but couldn't get it over the plate. We just took a look at Jeff Redding. He's one of those caricatures we talked about, Gary. You know, as we take a look at his assistant coaching at first base.
Brian Redding, I believe that is.
But Jeff Redding is an interesting guy. Well, you made a good point. Oh, that ball's tagged.
Jacking that one is Zukas. A long run for Hudson, and he'll get to it. A major league fly ball.
Wow. There's one guy out there right now that's disappointed that this game got moved to Harrisburg. That's Alex Zukas.
We have one
Because
out,
that ball,
one.
what was Kevin Costner's line? Anything hit that far ought to have a stewardess on it. I'm telling you, it just runs out of room, and that's where home runs in any other park go to die in this park.
335 down the left and right field line. 400 to straightaway center field, and that one about 380. Kyle Spot steps in, 378 on the year, 31 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, 25 runs scored, and 22 RBIs. Strike one, the Kyle Spots.
We talked about this Ellwood City team being strong up the middle, and part of that strength up the middle is their center fielder, Levon Hudson.
Yow!
Uh-oh, this could be a problem. It's on his pitch. It's going to be a base hit. Ricciuti is holding his left wrist, Gary, not his right.
Oh, and that hit him right on the bone.
Yeah.
It appeared.
Yeah, this could be huge.
Oh my, what a turn of events.
And that ball was stung big time. And you're hoping that it's just a stinger because, and it's not a finger. Now look at this ball out over the plate, and man, the Spots just drill it.
I think it caught him right in the wrist.
Yeah.
We talk about jumping on a pitch. That's as hard as you can hit a baseball.
No question. Absolutely no time for Ricciuti to react. And there you see him. Yeah, he's holding right on that bone that is the wrist. He's still buckled over. And that ball is just a BB coming back at him.
Yeah, all right.
And this could be huge because we
got
know
one too, and
how
the ball
much
went right in my pocket.
this Ellwood City team depends on Kevin Ricciuti.
Right in the one ball pocket.
So all we can do is
wait.
Hope and wait.
In many ways, Kevin lucky that he knocked that down with his hand.
Oh, absolutely. It's the first thing I looked for.
Yeah. If that hits him anywhere else,
I guess
it's even more dangerous. Let's listen.
You can throw a couple there, young man. Okay.
He's gone back out on the mound.
You can throw a couple.
As home plate umpire John Babb says,
enough for that.
you go out and throw a few pitches.
So you're in a state championship baseball game. You've waited a long, long time for this, and what heartbreak city that would have been if, or maybe if Kevin can't continue. But he's going to give it a shot. What do we do in the old days, Gary? Rub a little dirt on it?
Are you all right?
That's right. He's ready to go.
Don't need any?
He doesn't want
How
any.
about
All
it?
right, we
Let's
have
go.
a runner on first, one
We're
out.
playing ball.
In our first ball game today, a game won by Bellwood Antis, 2-1 over Elk Lake. Elk Lake's pitcher, Seth Button, he got hit yesterday in batting practice on the elbow, and he wasn't able to start today's ball game. So it's been a rough couple of days for the big-time pitchers on these ball clubs. That one's going to get away from Jay Cortez. That will allow Kyle Spots to go down to second base on a pass ball.
Yeah, that ball looked like it had a little hop to it. We'll see it from the center field camera. Yeah, you're right. Cortez just took his eye off the ball. It was a little bit low. I don't think he was crossed up. I'm not sure.
Tamaqua has tattooed 2 pitches today from Ricciuti early. Zukas hit the ball about as deep as you can hit it and keep it in the park. And Spots, you can't hit it any harder than he hit that line drive.
Yeah, they seem to have Ricciuti timed right now. He's got to get into a little bit of a different rhythm, see if he can't keep these guys a little more off.
Let's officially get Caleb Calarco to the plate. 351 on the year with 26 hits, 9 doubles, 4 home runs, 24 runs scored, and 19 RBIs.
Here, while catching that ball on the wrist may not have hurt him physically, it may have shaken him up just a little bit. So, right now Kevin needs to kind of gather himself, take a deep breath, and get himself back into a good rhythm.
Infield expecting a bunt, particularly on the right side. And so far, Calarco has shown no intention whatsoever of laying one down. 3-1.
Certainly not 3-0. It'll be interesting to see, although you get the sense that this Tamaqua team has come out very, very aggressive, and Seems to me like they want to go for the big inning right now.
In the dirt, nice stop by Cortez. As Calarco trots down the first base. Runners on first and second and one down. Nice stop by Jay Cortez. Brings up Chris Ware, center fielder, batting .487. Second on the team in average with 38 hits, a couple of triples, 8 home runs, 25 runs scored, and 25 RBIs. John?
Big numbers. You know, Gary, with 1 out, that's a big play by Jay Cortez. It's a subtlety, but if that ball gets past him, you got a runner on third base, less than 2 outs, and a sacrifice fly gets him in. So a big play by Jay Cortez.
Just off the plate, ball 1, outside.
See Ricciuti laboring just a little bit, but you know, Gary, when you put up his kind of numbers, he's been down this road before, and composure ought not to be a problem. I suspect that Kevin Ricciuti will right himself.
Now back. Boy, Tamaqua looks like they are on the fastball.
I'll tell you, and they're aggressive too. They're on it, they're timing it, but they're making their own breaks. I mean, they are attacking the ball. There's nothing patient about this. A couple years ago, I remember the Yankees won all those games. They set a record of 125 wins. And one of the staples of that team that year is they were very patient. They would work pitchers and work pitchers. There's 2 different philosophies. Obviously, Tamaqua comes out here and they're coming up there hacking.
Solid shot down the shortstop, Hunsaker. Everybody's safe all around. And we'll see what the scorers do with that one.
You know, it probably has to be an error, Gary, but it's a tough error because this ball is an absolute rocket. We have seen 3 of the hardest hit baseballs that we have seen in a long, long time. Everybody's safe. That curveball hung up just a little bit, and Ware did a great job of waiting on it.
It will be an error on the shortstop, and that will load him up. For Alan Graver, second baseman, .403 on the year with 25 hits, 3 doubles, 14 runs scored, and 15 RBIs.
Gary, Tamaqua's got 3 guys hitting over 400 and a couple in the high 300s, so this team can hit. Oh, he threw it away. Oh, it's a fake play. Nice. Nobody went for it.
Look at that. Everybody just sitting where they are.
I'll tell you what. Everybody in the field was moving. You had the right fielder coming in. If we can get an overhead shot of this is incredible. Steps off, ball fakes. We've got the second baseman running to back up the errant throw. Look at the first baseman.
You know what? It may say something about the scouting of Tamaqua because it looked like they were very aware of that play.
Absolutely. And you know, on the other hand, you're thinking Ellwood City is thinking that maybe Tamaqua's coming out real aggressive. They're feeling real good about themselves. 1 down, bases loaded, chance to blow this thing open. Actually a pretty good call, but great scouting on the part of Tamaqua not to go for it.
JR pounds the ball up the middle. That should get a run in, as they'll get the fielder's choice at second base. And J.R. Graver will get an RBI on the fielder's choice.
I tell you, if you're Tamaqua, though, if you're Ellwood City, good play. Take the outs, get out of the inning with as little damage as possible. Nice play by Hunsaker. Aaron Lillibridge gets over in time, and no chance. Oh, wow, no chance for a double play as Ware goes in really hard.
That was a close play at second as Matt Yoakum steps up, the DH, number 20, batting .297, 19 hits, 4 doubles, 11 runs scored, and 11 RBIs.
There was a close play at second base because the ball was kind of an in-between grounder. Anytime you get that third hump in the line in the ground ball, it's going to be a close play with the speed on the base path.
This young man, Matt Yoakum, broke his ankle at the beginning of the season in a rather freak accident in a preseason scrimmage. He missed 4 weeks, but because of the horrible spring we had, he only missed 4 games. He's got a tradition of giving the coaches a hug before every ball game. Poker man, they call him, Matt Yoakum.
Close-knit team, I guess.
John and I do that too, but we wait till after the game.
Yeah, that's right. People think this is not, this is easy. This is you gotta get yourself psyched, got to get keyed up.
The 1-0, runners on the corner, 2 outs.
2-0.
Ball 2, 2-0.
Up. Thank you.
First base, Graver. JR with the RBI fielder's choice. Spots came in to score. Calarco on third.
Pretty quick move by Ricciuti. I tell you, we saw a great move. Adam Plummer was a lefty from
2-0.
help me out here, Gary. It was Ellwood.
Bellwood Antis.
Bellwood Antis. You know, it seems like so long ago we sit here and do these games. But what a great move as a lefty in that first game. But I'll tell you, Kevin Ricciuti right here, as a right-hander, very quick move to first base.
Kevin struggling here in the first. Obviously, that line drive off his left wrist did not help.
Yeah, I think
the run, by the way, unearned.
Yeah, and I think it kind of unnerved him more than anything else, Gary. He looks to be okay physically. He did get hit on his left wrist. It'll be interesting to see if they can get out of this
Right one.
with just one run being given up. I think it would be huge because Ellwood City really would have dodged the bullet.
Tamaqua has come out of the gate swinging the aluminum.
Yeah, remember the old days when it used to be lumber?
Yeah.
Foul ball.
Running on the play was JR as the count evened up. Or check it, 3-2, full count.
That brings up an interesting point too, Gary. You know, the aluminum bats, the ball really flies off the bat. And any time you get a ball out over the plate like that, you know, you wonder, it's a game of inches, obviously, and Kevin Ricciuti was the victim of a couple of inches there because I'm not sure that ball's going to explode off a wooden bat the way it did off this aluminum bat. And man, he almost paid dearly with an injury.
There's a lot of conversation about going back to the wood. Just for that very reason, John, that it's just so dangerous. With the velocity you can get.
And then can you imagine at the next level when you watch Texas and Louisiana State playing on TV and some of these major college teams, and these guys are bigger still, faster, stronger, and that ball just comes off that bat like a bullet.
3-2 pitch. Beaten to the ground. And it will be the long throw. Matthew Clark to Darren Sharrock to end the first inning, but a little damage by the Blue Raiders. One run on one hit, one error in the inning, and a couple of Blue Raiders left on base at the end of one. Tamaqua, they score first. They're up by a 1-0 ball score. You're watching exclusive coverage on the Pennsylvania Cable Network of State Championship Baseball. Stay with us.
Video copies of this state championship telecast are available from the Pennsylvania Cable Network. Sporting events run $29.95 each and may be ordered by calling PCN toll-free at 1-866-PCN-VIDEO.
Where John and I are sitting, there's a breeze going through here that makes it rather cool. Obviously, where they're sitting, no breeze.
Looks just a little warmer.
78 degrees. Yeah, they're basket. Oh,
and there's somebody who's hot.
He's getting down.
Get after it.
That Hawk will be a little busier in the 3A game. He's the Bethel Park mascot. And a pretty good dancer in his own right.
Just flew in from Western PA. And I got to tell you, if you're Ellwood City, you kind of feel like you dodged the bullet there. Tamaqua had some things cooking. They were really on Kevin Ricciuti, but only one run to show for it. So back to work, 1-0.
They go 5, 6, and 7. Darren Sharrock steps in. First baseman batting .250. 13 hits, 2 of them home runs. 13 runs scored, 14 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. Strike one from Kyle Spots.
I got you.
Big, strong kid up there is Sharrock.
Ball.
Ball one. 1-1.
One ball, one strike.
No problem for John Babb to make his voice heard throughout the ballpark. We have headsets on, and we heard that ball one call, and there's strike two on a big curveball.
Yeah, if Kyle Spots is going to start getting that curveball over, Gary, he's going to be trouble for Ellwood City because his heater really comes at you quickly, and he changes speed so effectively.
Bubba!
Shark represents pretty good power. In our first ball game,
1-2.
we had nothing hit deeply at all. We had one shot already in this one.
Play.
Not an easy ballpark today to hit the ball out of with the wind blowing in.
Strike 3.
Swing and a miss.
That's just a great pitch by Kyle Spots. The previous pitch, Gary, he had thrown something real hard. We're going to see the sequence right here. Fastball on the outside. There's the curve, and kind of just buckled his knees. High, hard one right there to foul him back. Now watch this. Little change up on the outside, had him completely off balance. Change speeds, change location, work fast, throw strikes. This young fella is quite a pitcher.
Tim Kafer setting up that pitch sequence for us on replay. Mike Fidel steps in, sophomore DH, number 25, 367 on the year, 18 hits, all singles, 5 runs scored, 7 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases. The count goes 2-0.
2-0.
It's one of the few times that Spots has gotten behind a batter, and you don't want to be doing that against teams that can hit the ball. Anybody who's gotten this far, Gary, can hit the ball, so you don't want to give him hitter's counts.
There's
like
a
that.
shot out into center field, on the move and unable to get to it is Chris Ware. Ware will knock it down, and that will be a stand-up double by Mike Fidel.
One of the best hit balls that we've seen all day long. Fidel came in hitting 367, Gary. Pretty good power numbers, nothing great, 7 RBIs, but I'll tell you, he got a hold of that one. The wind helped him out a little bit because it sliced away from Ware. Couldn't quite get to it, made a great effort, just missed it by inches. And into second base easily goes Mike Fidel.
So that brings up sophomore catcher Jay Cortez. He's 2 for 4 on the year with a couple of base hits.
One down now, so Cortez will just be swinging away, Gary. It's not as urgent to get that runner moved over with 1 out, because if you do that and give yourself up, it's 2 outs. The sacrifice fly is not going to score him anyway. But right here, Cortez just going to try to hit the ball hard someplace, make something good happen.
The 0-1. He's had a couple of good rips. 0-2.
Sure has. He seems to be right on Kyle Spots' fastball. Now Spots is ahead, so you can have some fun with this pitch. This is a great count now. Does he kind of pull the string, throw it down and away, maybe try to get Cortez to go after something bad?
He did not like the lead that Fidel had. Tamaqua not paying much attention to Mike.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is give up that base for nothing, you know, and make him take an out to get it over there.
Wow!
In the dirt. Nice stop by Calarco.
That's exactly what I think is
One
called for.
ball,
I don't like that
2
high and
strikes.
away waste pitch. I think a pitch ought to be off the plate, but you know, if you can be fine enough to make it close enough to keep that batter guessing. 2 outs, 2 strikes, he's got to be careful.
And he looks at a call. 3rd strike, 2nd strikeout of the inning, and the 3rd strikeout of the ball game by Spots.
What a great shot this is, right on the corner, and watch the catcher. Nice job to frame that pitch by Caleb Calarco, helping out his pitcher. Nice spot by Carl Spots.
Levon Hudson steps up, strike 1. Center fielder batting 163 with 8 base hits, couple of doubles, 8 runs scored, 3 RBIs and 3 stolen bases.
Wow!
A little inside, ball 1.
If we can get a look at it, but if we can get an ISO on Kyle Spots, I mean, he's so fluid in his motion. But interestingly, Gary, as tall as he is, he doesn't. Oh, we got to look here. Oh, he threw it into center field, but I don't think.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. He had to dive back to the base. Kyle Spots wheeled and threw, but he wasn't completely turned around. I started to say, Gary, about Kyle Spots. I'm watching his mechanics, and it's kind of an awkward motion. Normally, you want a pitcher, as we see the attempted pickoff play, and Spots never got turned around, and as a result, released that ball very high. Good play by Chris Weir to back up. But on the follow-through, Gary, he kind of stands straight up and down. You don't see him really bend low, and I don't know how much strain that puts on his arm.
Ball!
That went upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Watch Kyle Spots on the delivery. It's a good step, a good long step, but he stands very straight up and down. He really doesn't bend that back as much as maybe some, you know, traditionalists would have you. But I'll tell you, the kids today, they're so big and strong and athletic, and sometimes they can just say, here it is, try to hit it.
He'd like to do that right here as he's down in the count now 3-1 with 2 down and the tying run at second base. He'll go to the pickoff this time, and close. Graver gets over. JR slaps a pretty quick tag on Fidel.
Spots gave it a shot here. You got to count this. You got to count this one in the pitch count, because he threw that ball about 90 miles an hour back towards second base.
Ball 4.
The first walk issued by Kyle Spots. We'll put runners on first and second.
Thank you, young
with
man.
1 down, or with 2 down, and bring up Matthew Clark, third baseman, batting .263, 5 hits, a double, 6 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base.
Gary, you have to wonder
Okay,
how
that'll
much
be your offensive
Mike
conference
Fidel
for the
was,
half inning, okay?
distracting
All right, take your
Kyle
time.
Spots on second base. You know, they were concerned about the lead he was getting, and now
That's the offensive conference, okay?
first base coach going to have a word with Matt Clark.
We have first and second, 2 outs.
So runners on first and second for Clark.
Play.
His ball club down by a run. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Just high, hard stuff, and Clark couldn't catch up to it. Boy, Kyle Spots really looks poised out there, you know, Gary?
Doesn't seem to be too worried. Got a couple of Ks in this inning. He'd like to get a third one. That ball is trouble.
Gonna
That's
fall.
in the gap. Torrey Graver makes it. Oh, he does not. In his glove and out. And that will get 1 run in. This ball game is tied. Almost a great catch by Torrey Graver.
Torrey Graver gave it all he had. Gary, off the bat, I thought this thing was cleanly down. There was no way I thought that Torrey Graver could even get there, and he got his glove on that ball and almost made a spectacular catch. We're going to see it again, but with 2 outs now, the runners are moving on the crack of the bat, so they don't have to wait for anything. And look at the effort right there by Torrey Graver. I mean, full extension, just couldn't hold on to it, and Ellwood City has tied up this ball game.
So a couple of base hits, an RBI by Clark. There goes Clark. Waving at the pitch was Lillybridge. No intention to hit it. Just trying to disrupt catcher Caleb Calarco. Strike 1, down to second base with a stolen base is Matt Clark.
Nice piece of hitting by Clark, Gary, because he kind of just, it was a pretty good pitch by Spots. It was low and away. Clark went with it, just got enough on it to get it out to right field and bring that runner home.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Inning started innocently enough with a strikeout. Then Fidel got a double. This ball's popped up, may be playable. Kopczynski is over, and he'll watch it go about 10 rows deep. Cortez strikes out, and it looked like Spots in a position to get out of the inning. But then he walked Hudson, and then Matt Clark with the RBI
1
base
ball,
hit to
2
right.
strikes, fellas, 1 and 2.
Aaron Lillibridge at the plate is part of that
1-2.
that portion of this baseball team. We talk about being strong up the middle. He teams with Hunsaker at shortstop and Hudson in center field to form a real dynamic. Oh, down the line, foul.
That almost took care of Gene Coleman, the first base umpire.
You know, Gene, I'll tell you, we got Gene at first base, and who's our third base umpire? I'll tell you, those guys, and I got to tell you.
Watch it.
Oh, yeah. He moves pretty good out there, old Gene.
1-2.
Gene, the dancing machine. Remember him?
Yeah, everybody moves pretty good when the ball's coming at you like that. The Gong Show, huh?
The Gong Show.
Gene,
High, hard,
here we go,
heat,
fellas.
end of inning.
strike out the sides, but not before the Wolverines get a run back. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors in the inning, and 2 runners left on base. The end of 1 1/2. This one's all tied up at 1-1.
Yeah, just high, hard stuff right across the letters, and there's no way Lillibridge can catch up to it. Hey, Gary, I look at our old Gene down there at first base, umpiring first, and his counterpart over at third, and played in Lincoln Little League when I was growing up, and we had a first base umpire, and I never knew his last name. He was just Storky. And every opening day, those in the old days when we used to have the Little League opening day parade, and we'd march down. It was the biggest thing going. We had 6 teams in our league, and I remember the colors of the uniforms and everything. And Storky would always show up, and big old Storky, an older guy, must have been 6'4", and he was the biggest human being I have ever seen in my life. Now, again, we were 12 years old, so he probably was about 5'10", but who knows. But he always had the biggest Dagwood sub sandwich with him on opening day, and he never finished it before the first pitch. So he's standing on the first base line, and on my vision of Little League baseball was Storky, but he was like, he had the umpire hat, he had the stripes, he had the blue, he had the shirts, but he wouldn't go anywhere without that sub, that big old sandwich. It was great.
That's why he was big old Storky.
He was Storky. To this day, I don't know Storky's last name, and I can't help but look at old Gene down there on first base. And Gene had the good sense to get rid of the old sub before he came out. But hey, I got to tell you, Gene moved pretty darn quick when that shot was coming at him.
And you don't get to these ball games unless you are outstanding umpires. And we had a great crew in the first game, and obviously these guys have so far done a good job. Zach Kupczynski, first baseman, steps in, batting .300, 21 hits, a couple of doubles, 12 runs scored, and 14 RBIs, a 1-1 ball game.
So much tradition, Gary, and just something about the smell of the ballpark and the idiosyncrasies and the characteristics of the umpires and the players and the managers. We talked about Tamaqua's manager, Jeff Redding, and you said it best. You know, he looks like he went out and dove at second base a couple times head first before he took the field. He's one of those guys that looks like he was born on a baseball field.
But that one hurt. Now the second baseman staying down on it, Aaron Lillibridge. Over to Darren Shark, out number 1.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gary, because that was one of those things in the old days called them grass cutters. I mean,
You're
just
welcome.
stayed right down on the
one
ground.
out, gentlemen.
Sometimes those are the toughest plays because 9 out of 10 times you're waiting for the ball to come back up, and the tendency is to lift your glove, and that's when it goes right through the wickets. But nice job by Lillibridge to stay down on it, get the out.
Torrey Graver steps in. Right fielder batting .205 with 16 hits. A double, a home run, 11 runs scored, 8 RBIs. All these Tamaqua guys, as many of the teams do, they give everybody a nickname. Torrey is nicknamed the Tree, and you may say, well, is it because he's tall or gangly? No, his family has a Christmas tree farm. So they call him the Tree.
Well, you know, the other way would have been too easy.
He's supposedly, in a team of nice guys, Torrey is supposed to be maybe the nicest guy on the whole ball club. Well, he reaches out on that curveball and drills it out into left center, collected by Hudson. Base hit number 2 for Tamaqua.
Yeah, that's great discipline because, you know, Kyle Spots got him on the first changeup. He started him off with a changeup. And had him off balance. He threw him another off-speed pitch, and he just reached out and laced it into left center field for a base hit, did Cunningham.
Here's Marshall Garger, the third baseman, .375 with 18 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 17 runs scored, and 14 RBIs. Believe it or not, this was the guy they DH'd for until about the middle of the season. And then he started hitting the ball, particularly in the playoffs. Pulled a hamstring in the Danville game, but he's hanging in there. Strike 1 to Garger. It's a hard one. Taylor-made double play. And they won't get it. Hunsaker thought he had it, fired over to Lillibridge, and did not quite get the double play.
Well, give Garger credit because he got out of the box quickly, Gary, and really legged it out. It was a hard hit ball, so you would think that it would give Ellwood City time to turn the double play. But Marshall Garger never gave up on the ball and beat it out.
Well, you can't fault any of the infielders.
No.
They made the play. Good hustle by Garger. Zukas steps up. Zukas, the shortstop, flied out to center field. He drilled one in the first. But Levon Hudson made the long run back to the warning track for the catch.
Ball!
Ball one.
Ball!
Ball two. 2-0.
2-0.
2 down.
2 out. 2 out.
Zukas came in hitting .494. This young fella's got some bat.
And he showed it in the first inning.
Oof, that ball was just rocketed to left center field. And
he doesn't have leadoff batter numbers, John.
No.
21 RBIs, 31 runs, scored 6 home runs, a dozen doubles. That one he doesn't quite get. Nice pickup by Ricciuti, and Ricciuti will throw him out.
Wow. Nice gun by Ricciuti.
And a few words between Sharrock and Zukas. But that is the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We've gone through 2 full. We're tied up at 1-1. Stay with us. The sun-drenched crowd here at RiverSide Stadium. Glad you are with us at City Island Park in Harrisburg. John and I walked the bridge across the river this morning to have breakfast in Harrisburg. We met with and sat with security, FBI people from Washington, D.C. because Vice President Dick Cheney is in town.
And we thought they were there for you because you need that kind of protection.
Well, I thought they've found the warrant.
That's true, just investigating.
Tony Cunningham steps up. Cunningham with an infield base hit in the first.
Or it could have been Jimmy, the grill guy.
Yeah. Billy.
Or Billy. Billy.
Billy.
Poor Billy. Billy's been there since it opened, like in the 20s.
Cooks a mean egg.
I'm right-footed, though.
But everybody we asked, where do you the spot? Everybody.
Ball!
Guys in jeans, guys in shorts, the spot. You gotta go to the spot.
When we saw the FBI in there, we knew we were safe. 2-0.
But we didn't know walking in until they got there, though. Wow.
It looks like Graver has a beat on it. Torrey puts it away.
And
out number 1.
Torrey Graver, good-looking right fielder, Gary. A nice swing right there by Cunningham. And
okay, you hang on.
The wind is kind of blowing out that way, and off the bat, I thought that ball would carry a little more, but Graver did a nice job. He read it right away, didn't overreact, and put it away.
Kevin Ricciuti steps in. Outside, ball 1. Ricciuti is 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice. He's part of what has been a 3-man starting rotation. They have a 1.50 ERA for the season, those 3 guys. And Ricciuti, how about in the playoffs? He came in batting .625 in the playoffs. Tough play, shortstop Zukas. And it's going to be a base hit.
Yeah, that's a base hit all the way. Nice job by the shortstop, Alex Zukas, to do everything he could. First baseman Kopchinski almost dug it out. Even if he had, Gary, I'm not sure that the throw would have beaten the runner. But watch Zukas deep in the hole, sets himself. Pretty good gun right here. Just not enough to get it done.
And we get a courtesy runner.
Thank you very much, Coach.
It is Nick Mancini again. These Wolverines have won 8 of the last 10 section titles. They were runner-up the other 2 times. They've won WPIAL titles 2 of the last 3 years.
Pitch.
This is the furthest an Ellwood City team has
Watch me. I'll put the ball in play after timeout, all right? Okay? I hadn't put the ball in play again.
Umpire in charge. John Babb.
Yeah, and what John is saying to Kyle right now is that I will put the ball in play. I think Kyle made a throw to first base, and John had yet to put the ball in play. Oh, he got him.
Nice throw,
and the throw just a little to the right of Kopchinski.
And Gary, I'm not sure, but I think Gene was ready to ring him up. He was waiting to see if the ball stayed in the glove, even though the tag was made low. Look right here. I'm not sure the tag didn't hit him on the knee before his arm. We're going to see it right here. No, it never quite got there. Hit and run perfectly.
Oh, beautiful baseball. Great job of hitting by Hunsaker. On the hit and run, Zukas was headed to second base, and the ball right behind him. Runners on the corners.
Absolutely. The runner breaks for second, the shortstop breaks to cover, and I'm telling you, the ball by Hunsaker is hit right into the vacated hole. First and third, one out. Perfect execution by the Ellwood City Wolverines. Just the way you draw it up.
And Darren Sharrock will step up, struck out in the second. And the go-ahead runs on the corners. Third base is Mancini. First base, Hunsaker. The scoreboard has Ellwood City with 4 hits. I have them for 5, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 now here in the third. So we believe our numbers are correct, even though the scoreboard showing 4 base knocks for Ellwood City.
Yeah, Clark's got 1, Cunningham's got 1, and 2 in this inning.
Fidel with 1, Clark with 1. Big batters now for the Wolverines. Strike 1 to Sharrock.
I missed Fidel's double, you're right.
So a perfectly executed hit and run. Jeff Fodia puts it on. And Tamaqua cooperated by having the shortstop cover. Could be a big out if there's enough room.
That's a catch.
And that's a good catch. Covering it home.
That's
and
out.
they'll get the out. Oh, what a great play by Marshall Garger.
No damage. How about that? What a gutsy play. What a gutsy play by Jeff Fodia.
How about Calarco making the catch? We'll get a look at this one a few times, I'm sure. As you get a look at a dejected Jeff Fodia, he thought he was going to steal one.
He sure did, and it's a calculated gamble. We talked about the room on the in the foul territory, Gary, and this is where it becomes pitcher friendly. A great play by catcher Caleb Calarco, and we'll see it again. Watch this. He can't know how close those dugout steps are, but he does a great job of reaching back, making the catch, and then keeping his composure. There you see the tag and the perfect throw. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. What a nice play. And I think that was 18, was it not? Darren Sharrock.
No, it's Garger.
No, Garger.
Number 19. This is a great catch by Calarco.
Wow.
And now, watch the play here by Garger. He'll reach back. That's a good tag.
Absolutely. Garger got him on the thigh, but he got him before his hand touched the plate. Good awareness by his teammates. Look at the awareness on Garger. Right there, gets him on the thigh, and a nice call by the home plate umpire.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors in the inning. 1 runner left on base as a terrific defensive play by Calarco and Garger. And good call by umpire John Babb at home plate. With all of that, stays 1-1. And there is Coach Fodia, Jeff Fodia, discussing it with John Babb.
Bang, bang play. Impossible to tell from where Jeff Fodia was standing. We have the benefit of replay and a second look at it, and clearly Marshall Garger did a great job. You know, Gary, when he first fumbled that ball, I thought Fodia makes a great call, and it pays off because you're making Tamaqua make that play. But make it they did, because Marshall Garger does a great job to recover the baseball and make the tag. Now here's Here's the tag. Oh, yeah. Garger sees that home plate. Watch Watch Marshall Gardner. He was going to make the play on the fly ball. What a tremendous play. He was over there with the catcher to try to make the catch of the foul ball. When he saw that home plate was uncovered, he made a beeline for the plate, got there on time. Fantastic play.
Great job by the camera guys in getting that one from a few angles. And we go to the bottom of the third inning. Kyle Spot steps in. Spots hit a line shot that hit Kevin Ricciuti on the left wrist for a base hit in the first inning. And the count evened up at 1-1. And when I mean guys, I also mean our feminine members of our crew. We have plenty of them.
Gary, getting back to that play, you know, I had helped us out in the truck. I was not aware that it was Marshall Gardner, the third baseman, who actually made an attempt on the fly ball and then ended up being the guy to apply the tag at home plate.
His presence of mind to dash to home plate.
Just great stuff.
And I'm sure that's why Jeff Fodia sent him, because he probably figured home plate was unoccupied.
Nobody there, so great awareness by Jeff Fodia. It's just a great play on the part of the Tamaqua defense to turn it back.
3-1 count now to Kyle Spots. He will be a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Ricciuti.
Yeah, we've been here now through a game and a half, and I got to tell you, this day has not lacked for excitement. These have been, thus far, some great high school baseball being played. We've seen some fantastic baseball.
Caleb Calarco, he walked in the first inning, got as far as third base, and as often is the case, you make a great defensive play, you come to the plate. He got a big round of applause from the Blue Raider fans.
Not an easy play, running full speed toward the dugout steps, and has the presence of mind, and that wind brought the ball back as well. So it's not an easy day to catch fly balls. Kind of a high sky with a little bit of wind, and that ball is playing some tricks up there.
This guy is destined to be a college shortstop. His coach says he can play anywhere on the field. And they asked him to be a catcher because of the athletic ability he has, John. And
he showed it right there. I mean, he's in a full wind sprint, having to negotiate a tough wind, and not only does he catch the fly ball, but then he's got the presence to know that that third base runner is tagging up.
Nobody out.
Throws a nice strike to Garber, covering the plate, and Tamaqua's out of the inning.
Jumps all over that one, but straightaway center field, and an immediate jump on the ball by Levon Hudson. And he'll put it away for out number one.
One out,
we talked about again Ellwood City and how strong they are up the middle. We've seen Levon Hudson make a couple of great plays. He makes that one look easy, Gary. I mean, that ball was a rocket, and it was slicing away from him, but he had such a great jump on the ball, and he's got such great range that he ran it down easily. Remind me to tell you where a can of corn came from.
Okay.
Did you know where a can of corn came from?
Actually, I do. I have to recall Chris Ware steps in. He got on an error.
Not Wegman.
In the first 0 for 1.
Thank you, Rick.
That hitter.
Oh, boy. The guys, you know what? They need more to do. The guys in the truck need more to do.
Anytime you ask for help in the truck, you get bad help.
Well, in the old days, now all you baseball traditionalists, listen to this.
Now I remember. Go ahead.
I went to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Okay. And they didn't have elevators, and things were stacked very, very high.
One ball, one
What the guy would do, the guy would come in and say, "I'd like a can of corn." And so the guy with his apron would walk over and shake the shelf until the can fell off, and he would hold open his apron, and the can of corn would fall right there. Easy catch right into his apron. Here's your can of corn. See, now you knew something today
that you didn't know before.
So we said the information doesn't always have to be relevant or meaningful.
Very often it isn't. 2-1 count.
But the guys in the truck want to know about a Baltimore chop. Does it have something to do with a butcher shop? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm just here to call balls and strikes. The 2-1.
You knew the job was dangerous. Oh, they got him picked off, Gary.
In the rundown. Kyle Spots will get tagged out on the play by Darren Sharp.
And I'll tell you what, Jay Cortez is one pumped-up catcher right now. Kyle Spots just got way too far off the bag. I'm not sure they didn't have a bunt and run or a hit and run on. Maybe he missed the signal because he was way off that base.
It'll go catcher to first, to short, to first, and that will be the end of Kyle's spot.
3-1, 2 out.
Well executed rundown again. When you get involved in those kinds of rundowns, Gary, you want to make sure that you're not throwing the ball around more times than you need to. Well executed by Ellwood City.
Darren Sharrock was not real pleased with Alex Zukas in the second inning, so he gave a little bit of an extra tag on on Kyle's spots.
Yeah, these guys
to get that put out. These guys right now are not too crazy about each other.
No, not at all.
And there's a walk. Ricciuti thought he had strike 3. Second walk issued in the inning by Ricciuti. 2 down, and Alan Graver will step up. He got on a fielder's choice and got an RBI in the first inning.
Ricciuti hasn't had to pay for it just yet, though, Gary. I mean, 2 walks in an inning in a game like this usually come back to bite you, but so far he's dodged the bullet.
JR was the point guard on the basketball team. Strike 1.
Tell you, when Ricciuti comes over the top, Gary, at 6'3", I mean, he's really bringing it.
He's pitched in 6 of the 7 playoff games. Boy, there's a nice piece of hitting.
Absolutely.
J.R. Graver just reaches out and punches that ball into right field. And how about the defensive play of Travis McQuiston? He came up firing and threw a strike to shortstop Jeremy Honsaker.
Travis McQuiston has got a gun because he just absolutely rifles it. Watch this arm right here. I mean, that's a laser shot right to the middle of the infield. No chance for anybody to advance. But you're right, Gary. How about the piece of hitting by J.R. Graver? Little low outside, off-speed breaking ball, and he just stays right with it and punches it to right field. Great job at the plate by J.R. Graver.
Here's Matt Yoakum, grounded to third to end the first. 0 for 1.
How big is that pickoff now, Gary?
That could have created a rather exciting play at the plate with the arm by McQuiston. Strike 1 to Yoakum.
Or maybe not so exciting with the arm of McQuiston. I mean, I have a feeling anybody running on that kid is a dead duck.
Upstairs, ball 1, 1-1. The AAA baseball championship to follow.
Best throw I ever saw in my life at Shea Stadium years ago. Rusty Staub. Get back to it in a minute. Remember I told you that Manny Sanguine, I went to watch the Pirates, of course, at Shea Stadium. I'm a big Pirate fan. And Manny Sanguine hits a ball off his chin into the right field corner. Yes, that's right. He's a right-handed hitter. But anybody who remembers Manny Sanguine knows he was a notorious bad ball hitter. So he lines a shot into the right field corner, and Rusty Staub is out there. The ball, one hop off the wall, Staub runs to get it, and runs like a soccer player throwing a ball inbounds.
Well, let's see if they can end the inning.
That's a great
nice play by Ricciuti.
Wow.
For the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. No damage. Another look, John.
Watch the athleticism of Ricciuti. How quickly the ball goes from the glove to the throwing hand. Nice play by first baseman Darren Sharrock. End of inning.
We will be back. 1-1 at the end of 3. Welcome back, Pennsylvania's Championship Network. You're watching the AA Baseball Championship on PCN. Glad you are with us. As we move to the top of the 4th inning, we've got a good ball game. 1-1, a lot of excitement. And Mike Fidel steps in. He has the only run scored and a solid double to right center field. 1 for 1 in the second inning.
Yeah, it was a bullet. He comes in batting .367, no mistake there. Fidel can hit the ball. Gary, I started talking about Rusty Staub's throw. Short hop off the wall, turns around, takes 5 quick steps toward home plate. He's 330 feet away. Another base hit.
2 for 2 for Fidel. Both of them solid shots up the middle. John?
There's a runner on first base, Gary, and at the crack of the bat, he's off and running. Staub picks the ball up. This guy's clearly going to score because it's going to be a triple by Sanguillen. Rusty Staub takes 5 quick steps and throws the ball on a fly to Jerry Grody at home plate. I think it was Grody at home plate. Catches it in a fly. The guy is like 3/4 of the way down the third base line and stops dead in his tracks. Could not believe it. It was an absolute rocket shot from the wall. Rusty Staub had some kind of arm.
And the sacrifice bunt is successful by Jay Cortez. Moves Fidel down to second base. 1 down. And we had a bunch of sacrifice attempts in the first game that were unsuccessful.
Oh, I'm telling you, either one of those coaches in the first game today, Gary, would have killed for this play. And it's done. It made it look so easy by Cortez. Just perfectly executed sacrifice. And when you're in a 1-run game and a championship game, Gary, play like that is priceless. Ellwood City now with a chance to take the lead.
Levon Hudson walked in the second. Got as far as third base. Strike 1.
And Rusty Staub, as you might remember, in answer to a question, was La Grande Orange in Montreal.
The redhead, the orange head.
Big Red, La Grande Orange. See that? And Rick Kehoe's in the truck, and he's thinking he can stump me.
He can't.
No, he can't, because I'll make it up.
0-2 count to Hudson.
Oh, boy, and I'll tell you, Kyle Spots' reaction, he thought he had him right there. Nice piece of hitting right there by Levon Hudson just to stay alive because as we take a look at Kyle Spots, he thought he threw an out pitch right there, and Levon Hudson spoiled it on him. This is when you come back and hit a rope.
Count 0-2, 1 down, runner at second.
Hit glove!
And that hit. Yeah, you don't hit a rope, you hit a batter.
Try to get out of the way.
Levon Hudson pretty crafty there, a little like Jason Kendall. Just kind of turn that shoulder out of the way and take one for the team.
Especially down 0-2.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe not.
Hard to get out of the way of that one.
It's hard. That ball's tailing back in on you, and Spots got some. He's got some mustard on it. He can bring it.
That hit Cotton. Matt Clark steps up, RBI base hit in the second, and a stolen base.
No pitch,
Clark, the ninth batter in the order, comes up with the RBI to drive in Fidel in the second inning.
Yeah, home plate umpire had his hands up in the air as if to say timeout. Clark had asked for time, and Kyle Spots never really looked up.
Diving back to second base is Fidel, but nobody really covering. He didn't know that.
Gary, Tamaqua finds themselves in a dogfight, and remember back to that first inning when they had the bases loaded and all kinds of business happening. And Ellwood City, it was a subtle play, but with the bases loaded, they made a play at second base to get 1 out. That was the second out of the inning. The next player grounded out, and they got out of it with relatively little damage done, and they held Tamaqua to just 1 run. So look back to a turning point. That first inning, Ellwood City getting out of it was key.
Right now, Kyle Spots looking for that double play ground ball. He got a double play to end the third when he was in all kinds of trouble. A rather unique double play. A foul pop to the catcher, and the third baseman tagging a runner out at home.
Unbelievable stuff.
Figure that one out.
Yeah, well, if Tamaqua goes on to win this game, I mean, that's one they're going to be talking about for years and years and years. That's one of those plays that'll get better with every time it's told. That's one of those stories that'll be. I want to hear that one in 20 years. Of course, you can't make it up. How does a third baseman go to catch the ball? And then they're going to say, yeah, sure.
Here's the 0-2. Upstairs.
I don't think
They'll
so.
appeal. He did not go, says Gene Coleman. Good call.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Real good crowd on hand for this one. Usually the crowds get bigger and bigger as the towns get bigger and bigger. We go to AAA next. That could be troublesome. Collected by Spots. Fired to third. Oh, the stays out. Larry Scully calls him out, and that's got Jeff Fody upset. Oh, is he angry?
And I'll tell you right now, Fody is showing remarkable restraint. He's kind of just walking away. We'll take a look at it. We'll have the benefit of replay. This ball is in absolute no man's land. And we're going to take a good hard look at it. Spots, turns, throws.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no way of telling. There's no way of telling.
That is oh so close.
That angle's
Look at
Jeff
Jeff Fodia.
Fodia. Oh, man. You think these guys don't have just a little bit invested here? But it's too close to call.
The only play available to Kyle Spots, and he makes it to Garger and gets the call. Out number 2. So second base, Hudson. First base, Clark.
Gary, we have seen some incredibly athletic plays made by these two pitchers. Kevin Ricchetti, a couple of times off the mound, and that time Kyle Spots quickly off the mound to make the play. These kids are great athletes.
That ball gets away from Calarco, and Caleb didn't know it. He thought he had the ball under his glove, and that will move up the runners as Hudson will move to third, and Clark will move to second with 2 down.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Calarco thought he had this ball in his glove, and you see him hesitate to go back to get the baseball, and that's simply because he thought he had it in the webbing of his glove. Both runners move up, 2 outs, and let's see if Tamaqua now can dodge a bullet.
Pass ball on Calarco. Count 2-0 on Lillybridge.
Dangerous hitter.
Strike 1. That curveball got a little bit upstairs.
Yeah, it sure did, and I think it's unusual. 2-0, usually a hitter's count, especially somebody with the ability of Lillybridge. I thought he'd be sitting on something.
In the dirt, count goes 3-1. Lillybridge 0 for 2. Grounded to second and struck out.
Nice play by Calarco to save a run that time because that ball was thrown right into the dirt. You know, Spots has got to have the confidence in his catcher to throw that breaking ball down.
And that's outside, and they'll load him up for Tony Cunningham.
You know, Gary, down 2-0 after the passed ball and, or the wild pitch, that's not a bad play. Now you load the bases with 2 outs. You got to force out anywhere. You're facing a kid that's hitting .411. Now Tony Cunningham comes to the plate, hitting a more modest .240. So not a bad play, not a bad guy to lose if you're Kyle Spots.
Cunningham hit a chopper down the first base and beat out the throw by Kopchinski to Spots in the first inning, and then he flied out to right field in the third. So he's hit the ball twice and comes up with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
The idea here is just to hit it hard someplace. You're not looking to put it any place, just hit it hard and hit it someplace.
Kyle now having a little trouble finding the strike zone. Ball 1.
He's making old Caleb Calarco earn his money back there, and Caleb's up to the challenge. Let's take a look at this one, a little low inside. Yeah, that ball's down in the dirt. Nice play by Calarco to save a run.
Nowhere to put Mr. Cunningham. That's going to be a great stop. Kopchinski over, and they're going to say he's out. Oh, my! What a defensive play.
And I think he got him. That's 2 in a row now. And now, here comes Jeff Redding over, and he's going to have a little conversation here.
All right, let's take a look.
That's 2 in 1 inning. I thought this one was a little more obvious than the other one, but we'll take a look at it.
That's, of course, not Jeff Redding.
I'm sorry, yeah.
There's Jeff Fodia.
Jeff Fodia, I'm sorry.
And one of his assistant coaches is Jeff is wondering what he has to do to get a run in this ball game.
Absolutely.
Man, the guys in the field have had some tough calls, and they've all been outs against Ellwood City. Let's watch this one.
We'll see it. Gary, I think he's out. I'll be honest with you.
Great
take a
stop
look at
by
it.
Kopchinski.
Almost impossible. Almost impossible to tell. What a great defensive play. And, you know, Gary, with 2 bang-bang plays like that, you'd like to think things even out, but it's an impossible play to call. It could go either way, and you got to give these guys credit. I mean, he's right on the play, decisive. We have the benefit of replay. We had one fan come over and look into our monitor right here, and Of course, after he saw the bang-bang play, now he wanted to have war. And it's like, hey, I got it,
All right, let's look at it again. Here's the play at third base.
Now this is the third base play. And this one is, I'm telling you, they're about exactly the same. Both could have been called safe. And if you're Tamaqua.
Here's the play at first base.
Here's the play at first base, and.
Oh my God! What is that?
Wow. Well, you know, replay.
Oh, yeah. We have the benefit of being here. And you know what? You go down there and you flip a coin. And
the fans want us to change the calls.
I know. I'm heading for the hills here, Gary.
We are going to make one change, John. We have been told that the official scorer has changed the ball hit deep to shortstop.
To a hit.
As going to be an error.
Oh, an error, okay.
So that's why there's one less hit up there for Ellwood City. And we'll.
Or was it E?
I believe that was the. I've got to find it here.
Oh, look at it. Was that the first inning?
No. Well, we'll find it. Right now, we've got Tamaqua at the plate. Zach Kopczynski steps up. And boy, has Tamaqua avoided damage like you would not believe so far in this ball game.
One ball.
Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Kopczynski 0 for 1. Grounded to second.
But, you know, in the early innings, Tamaqua, missed a couple of golden opportunities themselves. Ellwood City avoided some damage. So this game has been an absolute classic. And, you know, we're goofing around with the umpires and so on and so forth. And, Gary, I'll tell you what, it is a difficult job. And those two plays, back-to-back, illustrated perfectly. And, you know, I'm sure Gene's going to call him and say, it's not a tough job. It is what it is. I call him out. He's out. Period. It wasn't even close.
Calling him out is exactly what John Babb did, as that's a called third strike on Kopczynski for out number 1, and that's strikeout number 4 by Ricciuti.
Well, that's a big-time bender. It absolutely buckled Kopczynski at the knees. And, boy, this young fella, Kevin Ricciuti, is settled into a pretty well-pitched baseball game.
And it's Ricciuti that loses the base hit. He's the guy that hit the ball deep to shortstop in the third inning, and that has been taken away, and it's an error on the shortstop. So the line score now 1-5-1 for Ellwood City. Tamaqua 1-3, and chalk up an error on Tamaqua. 1-3-1.
Ball!
Leaning. Ball 1-1 to Graver. Graver with a base hit.
1 strike.
Let me see here. That's one that not too much controversy. I thought he might have gone a little further on that one.
Popped up, should be playable by first baseman Sharrock, and he will put it away. Out number 2. I will say this: the calls, no matter which side of the fence you're on, has awakened the Ellwood City crowd. They are on top now of every pitch, as they feel as if they may have gotten the raw end of a few deals in this one so far, so they have become a lot more vocal. Marshall Garger steps in as he got on a fielder's choice in the second. He's 0 for 1.
Marshall Garber is the young fella who made that astounding play on the double play.
Strike 2.
Gary, I suggest to you that if Tamaqua goes on to win this thing, of course, there's going to be so many things to talk about. But I think one thing of legend is going to be that double play and how Marshall Garber just made a fantastic decision.
Foul back, 0-2.
Nothing in 2, gentlemen.
0-2. You heard John Babb. I think you heard him. We heard him even through our headset.
Play.
Yeah, John Babb doesn't leave much to doubt. He neither do any of these guys. I mean, they're right on top of stuff.
Ooh, just missed the corner. 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
John talks a little more than we do. It's good waste.
Quite come back enough.
It's a good 0-2 pitch.
No question about it. Close enough to keep that hitter guessing.
And let's even it up at 2-2.
Perfect changeup. Perfect changeup count, Gary. Watch him pull a string on this one, especially because he just pulled him back. Watch, something a little breaking, something a little off speed.
You're right, and a ground ball to second. Lillybridge eats it up, fires over to Sharrock. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Ricciuti. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. You're watching Pennsylvania's Championship Network, PCN 1-1 after 4. Stay with us. How we doing? All you have to do is go on www.pcntv.com and let us know how you enjoyed the ball game. Remember, we're not umping. We are not making the call.
I was going to say, Gary,
we're just showing you the replay.
You sure you want to announce that? We're not. Hopefully, it'll be the replay after a while.
Or just give a call. 717. Well, they took the number away from me. 730-6004. PCN, proud to bring you state championship athletics.
Well-played high school baseball game, Gary. No question about it. And I'll tell you, I'm going to go out on a limb here and tell you it's been a well-officiated game as well. These umpires have had some very difficult calls. How about this one? Just foul.
Strike one to Kevin Ricciuti. Ricciuti now officially 0 for 2 as he got on a fielder's choice and an error. We had initially given him a base hit on that deep ground ball to shortstop Zukas. We have been told that they have scored that an error.
This kid is a good-looking athlete, Gary. He's batting out of the 3-hole, he's hitting exactly 400. He can hit for power, and there you see him kind of drag one from the right-hand side and almost put it in a perfect position.
1-1.
We'll take a look at that ground ball to deep shortstop that was changed.
1-1.
Yeah,
and
tough.
Probably a good call. If the throw is good, they have him. Oh, great play, Garger. Marshall Garger eats it up.
And Garger looked like the Penguin there. Ron Say, remember Ron Say? He's kind of built like him too, kind of stocky third baseman type, prototypical. But watch how quickly he gets on this ball.
We have 2 out.
Nice play.
Thank you, Marty.
Plays that extra hop. Once he cuts it off, Gary, he knows he's got plenty of time, and the rest is easy. But I'll tell you what, this young fella, Marshall Garger, is making some big plays in this baseball game.
Right back to Spots, over to Kupczynski, and Hunsaker is erased. 4 pitches, 2 outs.
Cal Spots making quick work of this inning to this point.
Brings up Darren Sharrock. He is 0 for 2, and he started that foul pop catch, double play, third baseman covering home play.
You had to be that.
Ball 1.
Oh, it was just it's one of those plays that baseball drums up every now and then. You know, it's just, you just can't choreograph it. Check swing.
Another tough play for Garger. He's down, he fires, and that'll end the inning. So 2 good plays by Garger. And it's 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. So this time, Ellwood City goes quietly. That has not been the case of late. And the score remains 1-1 after 4 1/2. A special thanks to the TAP 529 program, sponsor of PCN's coverage of the PIAA Baseball Championships. TAP is Pennsylvania's Section 529 Tax Advantage College Savings Plan. TAP 529 helps make college dreams happen. Find out more about TAP by visiting their website at www.tap29.com.
Gary, I am fast becoming a Marshall Garger fan. This young fella always seems to be around good plays, and the 2 in that inning were not easy. And Marshall Garger always seems to be around interesting plays.
All right, let's say, talking about interesting plays, here's Alex Zukas. Alex Zukas has 6 home runs. He really has 7. He didn't get credited for 1. Here's why. Let's go back to a shot in the District 11 championship. That's Zukas. Well, that's home run number 7. But watch what happens. There he goes. He scores. He gets all the congratulations. But now we've got to go back and watch Torrey Graver. He's headed back to first base, and you see that Alex Zukas has passed Torrey Graver. He got credit for a single.
It's illegal. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
So eliminate a home run for Alex Zukas. He'll step in, 0 for 2 on the day, fly deep to center field in the first, ground it back to the pitcher.
Now, Gary, in that situation, how many umpires are normally in a district game like that? Do they
Well, in a district game, there would be 4. Normally, there's 2. That ball is jacked deep to left field. Looks like it's going to go foul, and it will, as banging the wall is Tony Cunningham. This guy is dying to put one out of Harrisburg.
I'll tell you what. Alex Zukas turned on that thing, and that ball was almost as high as it was far, and this thing just goes right up against the wall. Tony Cunningham gives it a shot, but I'm telling you, that ball...
That's a home run.
Oh, yeah.
That ball stays fair. That's out of here.
No question about it, because it's going to gain 3 or 4 more feet going down the line. Zukas nearly puts one out.
What looks like a high fence from behind the home plate is really a 2-layered fence.
There's
with
a
room
gap
in between, and you
Right.
just have to get it over the first section for a home run, and that got over that first section.
Gary, I started asking before on that home run that wasn't from Zukas. Normally, there's umpires down the line, and they're signaling right away whether it's a home run. And there was some confusion because of the reaction of the left fielder. And so the umpire on first base, I think it was
Graver.
Graver just kind of held up.
Well, to his credit, I think he thought that he had turned his back to go back and tag up. And
Okay.
if the signal indeed had been made, he never saw it. He certainly saw Alex Zukas because he went by him. Popped up. This one should be playable. I think it is indeed. Great play. Another great defensive play by Jay Cortez.
So Cortez a little slow getting up. He just scraped his arm. It's kind of gravelly back in the foul territory, and Jay Cortez scraped his elbow a little bit. Now, he does a good job of concentrating, but right here, he kind of gets his bearings. He got a slow jump. He got a late jump on the ball, and there you see him scrape his elbow. So nothing that he can't just brush off a little bit.
That's my time.
That comes with the turf when you're a catcher, Gary. You got to get a little dirt, got to get a little, what are they, raspberries there on
It's
the
a
old arm?
legitimate brush burn there.
Oh, man, you just love it. That just means you're in the game.
I'll tell you, these kids have gone all out on every play.
Oh, it's you know, you're making memories for the rest of your life, and how many chances do you get to play in a state championship baseball game, and no use leaving anything out there on the field. And
now that'll make that better until you take it off.
oh yeah, no question about it.
Yeah.
Just get me to the 7th inning. Get me to the 7th inning. We'll worry about it then.
Kyle Spots will step up. Spots 1 for 1 with a walk. Hit a line shot back at the pitcher in the first, and that looked like it might be the end of Ricciuti. And I'll tell you, does Jay Cortez look like a catcher? Did you see his shirt hanging out?
You got to be a little goofy, you know.
Tools of ignorance.
And I can say that.
Yeah,
That's
being
what I
an
do.
ex-catcher. You actually confirm it.
It's the only. Look, you know, you got to feel this way about any position you play. It's the best position on the field. But I'm really partial to that spot down there.
John, a former catcher where at Alvernia? Where'd you play?
Hartwick College.
Hartwick College.
You know who the AD was at Hartwick when I was there?
I do not.
Jim Constanti. Jim Constanti.
Pretty good pitcher, huh?
55. Yep, he was the first relief pitcher in the modern era. He won the Cy Young Award with the Philadelphia Phillies during their heyday in '55. And man, did I learn some stuff about pitching.
Ground ball. It kind of eats Hunsaker up, and oh my.
Wow. Well,
Beating it out is Spots. That'll be an error on the shortstop. And that was a bang-bang play. Let's take a look at this one again.
I'm telling you, it's a great job by Hansaker to stay with it. Knocks it down, shows a good gun. I don't know, Gary, I'll tell you. We'll take a look at it again. I don't know if we can slow that down. It's tough to tell from that angle. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. Poor Gene, he's had a rough day down there. And I'm not saying he's out or safe. I'm just saying how much closer can you get? That's three bang-bang plays within a span of an inning and a half. Wow.
That's not going to make Ellwood City feel any better.
Oh, no.
Wow. Strike one to Calarco. So the first call they needed on a bang-bang play, that's the first opportunity they've had, as Tamaqua has eaten alive all the bang-bang plays.
Oh, yeah, they sure
here
have.
they're at the other end, and they get the call to go against them. Calarco 0 for 1 with a walk.
Great off speed. Great off speed. We'll take a look at the play again. And I think by just a fraction of a step, Aaron, that is physically, visually impossible to tell. We can do it. And I don't want to say what I think or what I think I saw. I'll leave it to the folks out there.
From the one angle, it looked like he was out.
No question about it. But live action, it's physically impossible to tell. Physically, visually?
Umpires will tell you that it's usually a sound that they listen to.
Yeah.
The sound of the ball hitting glove and foot hitting bag.
And then they make that call in just a split second, because the worst thing you can do as an umpire is hesitate at all. Because
these guys have to feel a little snake bitten to have play after play.
Oh, yeah.
Be these very difficult calls. Count 0-2 on Calarco. Foul back.
But you alluded to it earlier. You know, these guys are selected for this game specifically, and none but the best are selected to umpire this game. And for good reason, Gary, because they're decisive, they're on the play. And, you know, that's half the battle. You can't be indecisive out there, and you can't be seen to think that you're unsure at all. And these guys have been around the block a few times.
And 50% of the fans here will agree with you.
The other 50 want to kill somebody.
That's strike three. Right on the inside part of the plate.
Calarco
turns around and says, I'm not sure that was a strike, Mr. Umpire. It was indeed. That's strikeout number 5 by Ricciuti.
Let's take a look. Ricciuti. Oh, that's a knuckle curve. No, it's like a screwball. Boy, that ball just gets by Jay Cortez. We'll take a look at it again and see if we can look at the grip on the ball that Ricciuti uses on that one. We'll take a look at it if we can. Look at the grip on the ball, Gary. Oh, yeah. That's some kind of a
screwball.
Some kind of a screwball that kind of tails back into the inside part of the plate and caught the corner.
Actually fooled Cortez. Ball 1 to Ware. Ware is 0 for 1, but he's been on twice. Got on an error and walked.
Gary, we knew it was only a matter of time, and it took me to the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th, when I would start talking so much that I would forget to mark down my scorecard.
Oh, no.
So you got to tell me, what did Zukas do? Here we go. What a mess this thing's going to be now.
We'll clear John up between innings as that ball fouled back as the count goes 1-1 on Ware.
Need a couple, Marty.
Do I get deductions from my paycheck, or am I getting paid for this, first of all?
Well, we'll still have yet to determine that. That strikeout, by the way, was only the second by Ricciuti, as the Tamaqua batters
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Certainly hung in there on Ricciuti's stuff. He came in with 125 strikeouts in his career. There's a nubber back to Ricciuti. He'll eat that up.
Ricciuti could play in
and
here we go,
wow.
Here we go.
Great play.
So Tamaqua goes rather quietly. No runs and no hits in the inning. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. The end of 4 1/2. Or check it at the end of 5. It is 1-1. Stay with us. Here's a look at the crowd. Pitcher's doing a terrific job, John, in keeping the pitch count down.
Yeah, actually 81 for Ellwood City, 65 Tamaqua. That would be Kyle Spots for Tamaqua. And Kevin Ricciuti for Ellwood City. And these kids, not only that, I'm so impressed with their athletic, I've said this before, their athletic ability. One place it's demonstrated is in their ability to field their position. And we have seen both of these pitchers come off the mound and just make fantastic plays on balls that are hit in no man's land. They're swinging bunts, which are sometimes the most difficult kind of play to defend. Pounce off the mound, get on the ball, transfer the ball from the glove to the hand in just a flash, and throw the runner out. So both pitchers helping themselves in lots of ways.
There's a kid having a good day, trying to get his third hit of the ball game. Zukas comes up firing, and Zukas will take care of Mike Fidel, who had been 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a run scored. He is eliminated.
That is a big-time play by Alex Zukas in the hole. But, Gary, the quickness allows him to get the ball in front of him. He doesn't have to backhand that ball, so he's got a good center of gravity, and he can step into his throw. You know, the shortstop that doesn't have that kind of range has to backhand that ball, and now he's got to make the play running away from first base. But Zukas got to the ball quickly, kept it in front of him, was able to set himself, and as a result, got an awful lot on that throw.
We're going to get a pinch hitter here as Lou Nacera will come in as he will bat for Jay Cortez. I'm sure Cortez will re-enter in the ball game as he is allowed to do.
15.
And we look to
15 hitting for 14.
the numbers for Nacera. He's batting .400 as he's 14 for 35 on the season. He does have a double. So stepping in, Lou Nacera to bat for Jay Cortez.
Pretty good numbers, Gary, as you alluded to. Swinging right away on the first pitch. That one's going to be out of play.
Wait just a little longer. Watch me, will you? All right.
One down here in the 6th. This game has had everything.
Oh, yeah.
Great defense, great pitching. Some good hitting, sharp line drives. It's still 1-1.
Nacera only a sophomore, Gary, as a sophomore third baseman. Yeah, but I agree with you. I don't think that Jay Cortez is going to be out of the lineup very long. I think he'd probably re-enter.
He will indeed. In
Bravo.
fact, he has been one of the reasons, has Cortez, for the real success of this ball club. He has been an outstanding defensive catcher. In fact, the whole middle defense has been virtually flawless.
And that's really been one of the keys to their success up the middle. And any successful baseball team, Gary, you got to have that good double play combination up the middle, solid catching, solid center field, and those are the ingredients for a championship baseball. Nacera's not bashful, and Spots thought he wanted to nibble at the corner right there. That one just off the plate by a bit.
Cortez, in fact, may have made the defensive play of the year against Blackhawk when he, on a popped bunt, Cortez chased it and made a spectacular diving catch. And Ellwood City went on to win that ball game. And now, all of a sudden, the count goes full after being ahead 0-2.
Well, Nacera came up there hacking. He took healthy cuts at the first 2 pitches, and now has worked the count full.
And Garger moves back beyond third base. He's a little leery of Nacera coming up and bunting the ball. Beaten to the ground, count stays full. Nice play by Jeff Fody at third base. 2 great coaches. We thank both of them for their cooperation.
Quality at bat here for Nacera, Gary. He's making Spots work hard, now draws the walk. What a great at bat by Nacera, leading off the 6th inning.
Third walk issued by Spots. And we'll bring up Levon Hudson. And Hudson's been on twice, officially 0 for 0. He's walked and he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Levon Hudson has had a whale of a game. He's played a great center field. As you said, on base 2 out of 2 times.
Ball popped up, and Calarco couldn't get around the umpire, John Babb.
Calarco's a little upset. I'm sorry. Yeah, Calarco's a little upset by it. Poor John Babb just couldn't get out of the way. I mean, he was absolutely stuck in no man's land. Now look at right here.
Nothing
He's just trying to move and he can't do it.
I'm going the way you're going, buddy.
That's right. He's just trying to get out of the way. He said, I'm going the same way you're going. And
You came back on me.
pretty good balance there by John Babb, I'll tell you.
Nothing
Calarco's
to learn.
not a small kid.
Calarco just patted John Babb on the back as Babb pats Calarco on the back. They understand that it was just one of those things. There's strike 2 now on Hudson. Does not get the bunt down, and Jeff Fodia turns away and has to probably change his mind about the sacrifice.
Such an important facet of the game, and people will tell you it's kind of a lost art, Gary. The ability to get that bunt down and move runners over and create, manufacture runs.
And he keeps the bunt on. Ball 1.
One ball, 2
If you're looking for Nacera to run,
he didn't go.
now they're trying to appeal the play at first base.
I didn't.
Does he want to say that he offered? I can't imagine that he offered. No, oh, yes, he wanted an appeal. Well, that
To see whether or not he offered.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that he did. He clearly, Hudson pulled the bat back.
Nacera has 1 stolen base on the year. That's in the dirt. And Nacera almost got caught in no man's land. He didn't know whether to go, not go, and was about 20 feet off the bag.
Well, it's probably a good thing he didn't, because Calarco did a good job of keeping that ball in front of him and probably would have thrown Nacera out.
Garger breathing down the neck here of Hudson. And Hudson will strike out. Does not get the sacrifice bunt down.
Probably the first mistake that Hudson has made all game long.
We have 2 outs, gentlemen, 2.
Young fella has done everything today. There you see, he kind of gets the bat back a little bit. What you want to do is make sure, that bat is at your eye level, Gary, and out in front of you. And you saw Hudson just pull that bat back just a little bit. Once it comes away from parallel, your chances of dropping that ball down fair are really, really diminished.
Another pinch hitter, TJ Post, will step up. The sophomore first baseman wears number 35. And he will pinch hit for Matthew Clark.
All right, we have 2 outs, gentlemen. 2 outs, a runner on first.
Post batted 125 on the season, 1 for 8.
Play. Ball!
Inside, ball 1.
This move here by Jeff Fodia, getting some of these young fellas in the game and critical point. Got some talented young people here. 2 sophomores now we've seen in this inning. Going.
There goes the run. The ball fouled back. Don't know if they were playing a little hit and run or Post saw one he liked.
Yeah, not sure. I do know this. Nacera had a heck of a jump, and he was really off to the races. I think he had this base stolen. So in some sense, it's a shame the ball was fouled off. But I agree with you, Gary. I think they're playing a little hit and run here.
Well, Ellwood City has had lots of opportunities to get at least 1 run in, if not more.
Ball!
They have left 7 runners on base.
2-1.
2-1 to Post.
And of course, that unusual double play with the bases loaded thwarted one of their threats. And we've seen some unusual plays, actually very good plays.
Some bang-bang plays have thwarted others. Now it's 3-1. Boy, here's a guy 1 for 8.
Waiting on.
You want to make him hit the ball.
No question about it, because waiting on deck is Aaron Lillibridge, who's hitting .411,
and he's due.
And you're absolutely right. He's been on it all day long.
Well, Nacera will be running now. Another 3-2.
Absolutely, and another quality at bat for one of these young fill-ins for Ellwood City. TJ Post hanging in there, hanging tough. sophomore first baseman.
Play.
The 3-2. There goes the runner. And it's high. Ball 4.
Little bit of frustration now on the part of Kyle Spots. You saw his reaction. Let's see where the pitch is. Yeah, it's up. Maybe a little out as well.
Sometimes you want to be a little too fine with a guy that has those numbers. You maybe want to let him try to hit the baseball.
Yeah, because now you got to face a guy who is a proven hitter.
All right, and 35 is
That
done.
brings Jeff Redding out to the mound and gathers the Blue Raiders.
35.
As we'll get a
12 re-entering.
Matt Clark will re-enter the game as the runner at first base for TJ Post, who came in and found a way to get on.
Gary, you got to wonder what this conversation is, because these guys obviously know enough about each other, and they know that Aaron Lillibridge is a prolific hitter. And you know, you wonder if Kyle Spots isn't going to pitch carefully, very carefully.
I
to
tell
Aaron
them when they
Lillibridge,
have the
because
one.
Tony
They had
Cunningham's
that
on
one
deck.
because you went out there.
Although he's
That would have been their
hitting number 2 in the lineup.
All right.
He's only batting 240.
Okay.
So you kind of choose
Coach,
your poison here, and
that's your
I
offensive
suspect that
confidence.
maybe Kyle Spots would rather pitch to Tony Cunningham.
He's already in. You had number 12.
Now we're going to get
All
a
right.
runner for Nacera.
Okay.
He's not a courtesy runner, no.
All
He's got
right.
to run for Nacera.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Nastera is finished because he was a
So Nacera will be done.
substitute.
Certainly
Pinch
Cortez
runner.
will re-enter.
Number 10. Pinch running for number.
And Mancini will come in and run again.
For number 15. Right.
Number 10. I was using him as a courtesy runner. but
Yep.
I'm not-
Can't
I'm
now.
just using him
All
as a-
right. I got you. Number 10's in the ball game.
Mancini's going to stay in the game, so we're going to have to figure out where indeed Nick will play. Probably somewhere in the
folks, we
outfield.
have first and second.
So we'll look out for number 10 defensively.
Jeff Fodia pushing a whole lot of buttons
He
here.
sure
in the-
is.
in the top of the 6th.
How you doing, big guy? Yeah, we're not used to
And right
that,
now,
are we?
he'd like to push a run across. Aaron Lillibridge is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, but he's got the guy up there he wants up there in this situation.
Fouled back, strike 1.
Bubble.
These guys, Spots has found a way to get out of these spots.
He sure has.
He's been in them a few times.
No question about it. He's getting by with a little help from his friends.
Play.
Some quality plays made behind him. And he's been a bulldog out there, hanging in there in a 1-1 game.
In the dirt, great stop,
Nice
Calarco.
block there, Cash. Nice block.
1-1.
Boy, Calarco and Cortez, they made some nice plays. These guys behind the plate, that is a huge bender. I mean, that thing is way off the plate. And you know, Gary, as a pitcher, you got to have the confidence to be able to throw that breaking ball down. And if you don't believe that your catcher can hold you, can keep that ball in front of you, you can't throw that pitch, and you need to throw that pitch to be effective.
Ball.
Just off the plate, 2-1.
2-1.
Mancini at second, Clark at first.
Spots came into this inning, Gary, having thrown 65 pitches, and I've not counted how many this inning, but I guarantee you he's well above 20. There's
That's
a shot.
troublesome.
and
Knocked
it's by.
down. That should get a run in. Mancini round second. He'll score. And they'll get 1.
Wow. What a bullet.
RBI hit for Lillibridge.
Kopchinski did everything he could. He got some leather on it, but couldn't slow it down enough to keep it in front of him. The ball's hit outside. There you see Kopchinski, but the ball gets away from him, and Graver's on the ball just as quickly as he can, but not before. Lillibridge is in the second with a double, and Ellwood City takes the lead.
So a big RBI by Aaron Lillibridge scores Mancini with the go-ahead run to make it 2-1 Ellwood City. That ball beating the ground. Kopchinski will do it unassisted, and that will end the inning. But boy, 1 run looms large. They get the run with 1 hit. No errors in the inning, and 2 runners left on base. 5.5 And it's now 2-1, the Wolverines of Ellwood City. Didn't pull them out, John.
No, it did not. It nearly did because Zach Kopczynski nearly made a spectacular play on that hard-hit ball by Lillibridge. But young fella at third base, Marshall Garger, has had a whale of a game, Gary, and he has played some kind of defense today.
Well, let's look.
Third inning. Here's that double play. Cortez over, makes the play. Now, we don't see him in this part of the picture, but Garger was over there, and there you see him get back to home plate and make the play. And we may go back to that because you can't really appreciate what he did on that play without seeing it from a different angle. Here's a hot shot, cuts the play off, and once he makes the play, Gary, he knows from experience that he's got plenty of time to make that play. And here's on a check swing. This is in no man's land. Now he's got a charge, scoop, and look at the transition from the glove to the hand, making a difficult play look easy. Great sequence there by Marshall Garger. You know, Gary, on that pop-up, we talked about it before. He was actually going with Jay Cortez for that pop-up. I'm sorry, with Calarco, the catcher, for that pop-up. He peeled off when he saw that Calarco was going to make the play and actually covered home plate because he saw that it was uncovered. What a fantastic defensive game Garger has had.
Okay. So
All
that's
right,
the only
Tamaqua
one.
moves to the bottom of the sixth
Thank you
inning.
very
They find
much.
themselves down for the second time in the ball game. They were down 1-0 at the
You were
end
the
of
only
one.
re-entry.
And
The other
came
guy
back and
re-entered
scored a run in
before.
the second. They're now down 2-1 as we move to the bottom of the sixth, as they'll send up Graver, JR, Matt Yoakum, and Zach Kopczynski. Batters 5, 6, and 7 in the order to face Kevin Ricciuti.
Gary, I got to be honest with you. With the way Tamaqua came out of the gates and started hitting the ball in that first inning, I thought we might have a blow it on our hands.
Right off the ankle.
Wow.
Ricciuti's hurt again, a base hit by Graver. As Graver hits one off the ankle of Ricciuti, he is getting beaten up out there.
Wow. He's going to be happy to play football in the fall. I mean, he says, heck with this baseball, non-contact stuff. There's the trainer from Ellwood City.
Here's the one that happened in the first inning.
Here's
Ouch.
one. And here's the next one. A hot shot off the mound. Boy, poor Kevin Ricciuti.
Well, he still has a right arm.
That's right. That's
and
all
a
he
right
needs.
leg.
You don't think the trainer was out there telling him to charge those? Were you?
Wow.
I'll tell you, this boy, look at him. He's got a little smile on his face himself. He's a tough kid. I'll tell you, he's got to be.
Base hit number 4 by Tamaqua.
Kevin, the corners, inside, outside. He's leaving it out over the plate, just pasting it back to him. But this kid is a bulldog. He just keeps coming back at you, and he's got his team up 2-1. And hey, it's all about getting dirty.
So the tying run at first, Matt Yoakum steps up for Tamaqua, 0 for 2, and they'll try to bunt him across, and he won't have to. Now he might want to bunt him the third on a wild pitch by Ricciuti.
Well, there's no question about it, Gary. The bunt is still on, and I'm sure that Jeff Redding is going to give that signal, because now if you can push him over, a sacrifice fly makes it a brand new game. He's got that little knuckle screwball that he uses, and that ball just got away from him. That's got an unbelievable bend to it, Gary. That's kind of nothing else, a sinker screwball.
Right now, Jay Cortez talking to the bench as they'll set up the rotation play.
Ricciuti uses a very interesting grip on that pitch, Gary. He kind of squeezes it with his knuckles, and then it's something in the release that gives it that rotation. He did
There's the bunt. It's a perfect one.
Got to make that play to first.
He does. Sacrifice for Yoakum. He'll get a big hand.
That's a huge, huge play. And it's the little things that win championships. And Yoakum right there delivers.
Runner on third, 1 out, fellas.
So here's Kopczynski, 0 for 2.
Gary, you're told to try to catch the ball with the barrel of the bat, and that's exactly what Yoakum did. And not only that, Gary, he kept the bat perfectly parallel, and he kept the bat out in front of him. And as a consequence, he was able to keep that ball in the middle of the diamond and put it in play.
So Jeff Fodia will now go to the mound and talk things over and figure out how to defend a one-out man on third, tying run sitting down there at third base. And Zach Kopczynski, you know, he made a great defensive play too in this ball game. And this is an absolutely new position for him, first base. He's been a second baseman almost all his life. They asked him to play first base this year. And obviously, John, he's learned the position.
He sure has, and there's so much more to playing first base, Gary, than meets the eye, you know, and put somebody over there who's tall, who can catch the ball. I mean, you got to know when to hold, how to hold. You have to coordinate your footwork all the time.
Number one, Coach.
With a runner coming down the line, knowing when to go for a ball in the middle of the diamond when the pitcher will cover. It's a very intricate position.
Here it is. Right after he got hit, this is what Ricciuti did on those two pitches. The first time he got hit in the wrist, and he threw that pitch wild. The second time he got hit in the leg, he threw the pitch wild. And now he's looking at a one-out runner on third as he's facing Kopczynski, ball one. And let's clear up one thing. John's been alluding to Ricciuti going to Colgate. It's Kyle Spots.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who's going to Colgate to play quarterback.
Well, that's a good thing because Ricciuti's a pretty good player, and we're from, you know where we're from, so we don't want to say that he's a pretty good athlete. They both are. These kids both are just tremendous players. So it's Kyle Spots who will be playing football at Colgate next year.
He will, indeed. And in fact, was scheduled to play the state championship game on his birthday on Friday. Kyle celebrated his 18th birthday on Friday, but nobody celebrated state baseball action as it got rained out. 1-1 count. Here to Kopczynski.
Interesting defensive alignment now, Gary. They're up at the corners, but now they're all coming up.
Well, he's just trying to put the ball in play.
And that's all he has to do because, Gary, what they're doing is they're starting off halfway, but then watch the shortstop and the second baseman on the pitch. They will charge. So they give the appearance. Now they're up all the way. Okay, now they're up on the grass.
0-2.
Have to be.
0-2.
Trying to cut down the run here. As you get a look at the defensive alignment. The 1-2 pitch. Big curveball. And they'll hold the runner. Good play, good defense. Lillybridge to Sharrock. 2 down and a runner on third.
That's why you do it. Now they can back up, play for the single out. And good defense by Ellwood City, and they dodge a bullet.
Graver 1 for 2 with a base hit to left field, and he popped up to first base in the fourth. 2 down. Tying run at third.
Ball!
Cortez got to stay with these pitches now, Gary, because Ricciuti's ball has a lot of movement on it, and it can get away from you. So Cortez cannot lose concentration back there. That tying run is just 90 feet away.
Right one.
Nice job by Cortez that time because that ball had the inside corner, and it's a subtlety, but watch Cortez frame this thing. The way he catches the ball and he gives the umpire a great look at it. That's just a subtlety that you learn as you're growing up. Give that umpire a good look, and the way you catch the ball determines whether or not the umpire is going to give you that close call or not.
Come on!
And the count goes 1-2. Tense moment in the ball game. Tying run 90 feet away. And it's late, bottom of the 6th inning.
1-2.
Tamaqua doesn't know how close they'll get again. They got a guy this close. They want to make hay right now.
Ricciuti steps off the mound. Will hold the runner at third. It's going to be a fair ball. And the play is made by Jay Cortez.
Nice play.
He takes care of business. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left stranded at third base. 6 full, 2-1 in favor of Ellwood City. Come on back.
In 1863, the bloodiest battle on American soil was fought near a small town called Gettysburg. PCN commemorates the anniversary dates of the epic struggle with 3 full days of Gettysburg programming, beginning on July 1st. Relive the 72 hours that changed America's Civil War with special battlefield walking tours and historic lectures. Battle of Gettysburg anniversary programming, a Pennsylvania Cable Network tradition, July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
College costs are skyrocketing. I recommend we put you in Pennsylvania's TAP 529 program. College savings presently grow federal and Pennsylvania tax-free. Save for college at almost any private or public college in the country. And there are many new investment options to choose from. It's all right here.
Pennsylvania's TAP 529. Call, go online, or talk with your financial advisor.
So, what do you think?
Sounds like a plan, honey.
In our opening ball game today, that was a 2-1 ball game also, as Bellwood Antis, the Blue Devils, not far from Altoona, knocked off the Elk Lake Warriors. Another terrific ball game. It was 2-1 as Adam Plummer got the win, also got an RBI, had a couple of base hits in the game, and it was Bellwood Antis, the Blue Devils, who got themselves a state championship. And right now we've got a 2-1 ball game as we move to the 7th inning. And Ellwood City will send up batters 3, 4, and 5. Kevin Ricciuti, certainly the pitching hero so far for the Wolverines at the plate. Foul back, strike one.
Kyle Spott's job, along with his defensive cohorts, is to keep Ellwood City right here, Gary. Keep it a 1-run game and let your hitters go to work in the last of the 7th. Marshall Garger will lead it off, looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th, and then they get 1 and 2. But right now, it's important that Tamaqua keep this thing to 1 run.
Count even up at 1-1.
That said, Ellwood City counters with numbers 3, 4, and 5, so they're right in the meat of their order.
And a nice piece of hitting, just simply putting it out over the shortstop's head for a base hit is Ricciuti.
You're absolutely right, Gary. It was a good pitch. Nothing wrong with the pitch, and Ricciuti did everything he could just to keep it in play. Didn't try to do too much with it. It was down and away. All he did was reach out, get the bat on it, and drop it into left center field for a base hit.
Brett Smith will come in to run, a courtesy runner for Ricciuti.
28, nobody out.
And we'll bring up shortstop Jeremy Hunsaker. He is 1 for 3. Got on a single on a hit and run in the 3rd inning.
I believe you got to play for this run, Gary. I believe you got to bunt him over. Play for that run.
Ball!
Up high, ball 1.
He was squared around a bunt, so we'll see if it's a decoy or if, in fact, that's what they're going to do. But I have to believe they want to move that runner over and see if they can get that insurance run.
The bunt here is hard towards first. First baseman Kopczynski has to stay back. And there's the ball thrown away on a wild pitch. And moving up to second base is the courtesy runner, Brett Smith.
Now this one just gets away, and again, it's that screwball that Spots throws, and Caleb Calarco sometimes seems to give up on it. That ball just has a huge tail to it.
Strike one, 2-1. Certainly was a wild pitch. And it looks like Jeff Fodia may have taken the bunt off here. He's got his cleanup hitter at the plate. Oh, he's around us. And strike 2.
He'll be hitting now.
The Wolverines failed to get the bunt down in the 6th, but it didn't hurt them.
Jeff Fodia pretty upset right there. Usually you clap your hands in a way of encouraging. That wasn't a real clap. That was like a clap like, oh.
You talk about superstitions, and teams that usually get this far have a bunch of them. Jeff Fodia, he had his hair sheared after they won the district game, as he promised he would do that. There's a ball. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. And that will allow Brett Smith to go to third base.
That's Heartbreak City. I'll tell you, you're Tamaqua, Gary, and make it all the way to the championship game. And this young fella, Kyle Spots, has just pitched a courageous baseball game. There's no question about that. And these are mistakes. These are they're not physical mistakes as much as they are mental mistakes. And the errors they come back to kill you. And right now, Ellwood City knocking on the door with a huge run that would make it a 2-run deficit for Tamaqua.
Sitting on third base is Brett Smith running for Ricciuti. Count is 2-2 and nobody out. Tamaqua superstition, they have ridden on the same bus with the same bus driver since they won or started the district playoffs.
See, now if I'm that bus driver, I got to hold out.
Oh,
you know, I mean, come on. You get the booster club.
Yeah, there aren't many times when you have that kind of power.
Absolutely. That guy's sitting on a gold mine, doesn't even know it. I got a little backache. What's it going to take to make you feel better? Now the infield's got to come in.
The Wolverine fans are shaking RiverSide Stadium. Now Hunsiker just wants to put the ball in play. Ball! 3. 3-2, nobody down.
Gary, Kyle Spots has battled all afternoon long, and he's right now in what could be a battle for this baseball game right now. So he's got to dig down and find something inside.
He'll walk. Hunsiker. Runners on the corner. 5th walk of the game by Spots. And here comes Darren Sharrock. And Jeff Fodia looks like he's going to get busy again.
I didn't sub for him yet, to my recollection.
No, you did not.
Now,
You did not for 13.
Right, let's listen
All right.
here.
I'm going to sub right now.
I got you for Hunsaker. Number 30?
Yep.
Okay. Pinch runner.
Yep.
So Andrew
right.
DeMace
I got you.
will come in to pitch run for Hunsaker.
Andrew DeMace comes in to run, and you know, Gary, I'm thinking strategy here, and I'm thinking, do you try to double steal here and steal a run with nobody out? I don't know if you do that with a 10th grade outfielder on first base. So we'll have to wait and see. Do you give up that? Do you give up that base? If you're Tamaqua, you got to play it safe.
Interesting call, as you say, runners on the corners and nobody out. Certainly in high school baseball, you very often see the runner just head down to second base. Sometimes teams just simply show indifference and let him go. Sometimes they try to make the play. Sometimes they put the cutoff on. It puts a lot of pressure on everybody, including the runner at third base.
And no question about it. If you're Ellwood City, you don't want to run yourself out of a potential big inning. But that said, normally they'll give the runner that base.
Strike one.
He's staying.
Sharrock steps in, 0 for 3.
You know, Gary, and I thought they would do it, but again, I think the one, you know, the one doubt that was planted in my mind was when I saw the youngster come in the game cold off the bench, and that is Andrew DeMace. So
I have a feeling they won't do anything. Oh, there he goes. And that ball
wow.
is jacked. Chris Ware
DeMace
is back.
has to get back. DeMace has to get back.
They'll get a run here on the sacrifice fly. And that's the insurance run they were looking for. RBI, Darren Sharrock.
Heads up play by DeMace to get back quickly. And that ball was a shot by Darren Sharrock. I mean, he got all of it. So now it's a 3-1 game, Gary, and makes things difficult for Tamaqua, to say the least.
So the wild pitch and the error on the pickoff gets a runner to third, and they pay the price. As you see, Brett Smith coming around to score.
All started, Gary, with a sacrifice that really wasn't necessary because of the wild pitch. And then the the botched pickoff attempt, and all of a sudden the whole complexion changes.
There's one that's drilled. Tuckett on the move, and Tuckett will make the play. So the outfielders are getting a workout, but getting the job done.
Yeah, they sure are. I mean, it is a pitcher's ballpark, Gary. There's an awful lot of room in this stadium, but you got to give credit to the Tamaqua defense, because right now, Cal Spots has lost it just a little bit, but he's been getting great support from his outfield. And there you see Jesse Tuckett doing a great job of running that ball down. That's a big-time play.
And that will bring up Jay Cortez, 0 for 2. He was pinch hit for in the 6th. Turned out to be a big pinch hitting job by Nacera. He got walked and eventually got pinch run for by Mancini. And Mancini scored. Here we'll go to the fielder's choice. Graver, Stazukas, and Tamaqua. Down to their final 3 outs. They're down by 2, 1 run on 1 hit. 1 error in the inning, 1 runner left on base. 6.5, it's 3-1 in favor of Ellwood City. This championship telecast made possible by Pennsylvania Cable Television Companies, which carry PCN on their channel lineup. If you enjoy watching high school sports, be sure to thank your local cable company for supporting Pennsylvania's championship network and giving these high school athletes a much-deserved statewide audience. PCN, glad you're with us.
Gary, a word about Kyle Spots. You know, he has struggled just a little bit in the last couple of innings, but I have to tell you, he has pitched a courageous game. He's thrown a lot of pitches. Ellwood City continues to put pressure on him, but he's hung in there. He's only given up 3 runs. Ellwood City has touched him up a little bit. The pass ball is hurting him. The wild pitch has hurt him. The botched pickoff has hurt him. But for the most part, both of these pitchers, Ricciuti and Kyle Spots, have pitched heroically today.
All right, let's look at the go-ahead run that came in the 6th inning by the Wolverines. As a walk to Nacera, a walk to Post, and then Aaron Lillybridge steps up with a double. Watch how happy he is.
And that ball was a shot, and I got to tell you, he even punches the air like a third baseman.
Threw his shoulder out.
Oh, man, he's just a tough kid, and I'll tell you, he's a tough competitor. And on that play, boy, I'll tell you, Zach Kupczynski came just inches away from making a fantastic play that would have prevented that run from scoring. But it is a game of inches, and that time the inches worked in the favor of Ellwood City.
Now, lest you think this one is in the W column, the last game that Tamaqua played, they were down 2-1 going into the bottom of the 7th inning, and they won it by a 3-2 score. Don't go anywhere. Here's Marshall Gorger.
Gary, these are 2 championship caliber teams, and you know, it's a magic carpet ride to get here, and even more of a magic carpet ride to win it. And strange things happen in championship games, and the stuff that legends are made of. So let's see if Tamaqua's got one more miracle in their duffel bag.
Garger, hefty cut, strike 1. He's 0 for 2. Grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded to second. Certainly has been a key defensive star for the Blue Raiders.
Sure has, and he didn't get cheated on that first cut. He took a crack at it.
And he falls behind at 0-2. Ricciuti hasn't put up big strikeout numbers in this one, but he sure has put up good numbers. 1 run, he's only given up 4 hits, as Tamaqua has stranded 7 base runners.
Yeah, these last 2 pitches kind of underscore exactly the kind of game he's pitched. Came with hard stuff first, and then pulled the string a little bit and had Garger off balance. And then gets him.
That's strikeout number 3. That's out number 1. Now we go to the top of the order.
That's a downer, I'm telling you. Kevin Ricciuti turns the ball over, and that ball is sinking all the way. And Garger's got no chance to catch up to it. Nice bit of pitching right there by Kevin Ricciuti.
Big play by Cortez. The next 2 batters in Tamaqua's order have 11 home runs. Actually 12, 1 taken away. Ball 1. to Zukis.
Ball!
2-0. Ellwood City fans waiting to explode. They are recoiling. The 2-0. Popped up. Foul. And it'll get out of here.
Not by much, about 6 rows.
Pitch.
Nonetheless,
Pitch.
a strike by Ricciuti. We'll take a look at it right here as first baseman Darren Sherritt goes over to take a look, as does catcher Jay Cortez, but
Thank you.
that ball's back about 4 or 5 rows.
2 balls, 1 strike, gentlemen.
2-1 to Zukis.
Play. Ball!
3-1.
Tying run would come to the plate. Should Zukis get on?
Absolutely right, Gary. And get a runner on, and all of a sudden things get just a little bit different for that defensive unit. And he is on base.
Rally caps are turned around. That's walk number 5. That'll give a manager gray hair. Of course, Jeff Fody doesn't have any hair right now. But he's certainly going to come out and talk things over.
Oh, yeah, you don't take anything for granted here. Kyle Spots has been a bulldog all day long, and now he's got a chance to help himself out a little bit.
Ellwood City with wins over Shenango, over Hickory, over Blackhawk. Tamaqua wins over Holy Ghost Prep, Palmyra, and Danville.
Gary, the next 4 batters in the Tamaqua batting order are hitting .378, .351, .487, and .403. So, lest you think that Ellwood City is out of the woods, think again, because make no mistake about it, these kids are going to be up there hacking away, and they're not going to let a state championship opportunity go by the boards that easily.
The Blue Raiders would love to get Chris Ware up there. He has 8 home runs, leads the team in homers. Spots, who is up there now, has 5. Calarco on deck has 4. We've got a jacket to get it out of here. 335 down the lines, 400 straightaway center.
Ball!
And that's ball 1. No one has gone quietly today.
And what happens here, Gary, you get a runner on base and you get behind in the count. The hitter knows you're going to have to lay one in there eventually. It becomes a hitter's count.
1-1.
That was a pretty good pitch, because there's not much that Ricciuti could do with it. It was kind of in on the hands, and he's not in a situation yet, Gary, where he has to hit Ricciuti's pitch. He can still pick and choose.
Ball!
A little bit upstairs. Ball 2. 2-1. Spots is the young man that will play quarterback at Colgate, or at least hope to.
It's a close one. Probably a little high.
He's a tall kid. Has that upright stance. Ooh, he had a good rip.
He sure did.
2-2.
Judy had that one by him, and Spots just missed it.
I'm okay.
Interesting, Gary, there's a huge gap in right center. I don't know if these guys see enough of each other to know how to play people, but it's an interesting outfield alignment. I'm telling you right now, if Spots can put one over the second baseman's head with any kind of pace on it, it's in the hole.
Tying run at first with 1 down. Down to second, Zukis.
See, now what happens here is the defense begins to kind of think about things just a little bit. So, you know, while a 2-run lead still seems somewhat comfortable, you know, you start to think a little bit. You start to aim the ball just a little bit. And next thing you know, you've got some heavy hitters coming up from Tamaqua. And right now, it's Caleb Calarco, I believe.
It is. What that means, John, of course, is if they don't get a double play of any kind here, that will bring Ware to the plate, who has the 8 home runs.
Now, there's no way you bunt the ball here, Gary. You can't. You need all the outs you can get. You gotta score that runner from second base. Not with a 2-run lead. You don't want to. I don't think you want to hang it on one run, on one out.
Ball one.
Down 2 runs. You can't give away any outs right here. You hit the ball hard someplace and hope for the best.
Ricciuti looking at the best hitters in the Tamaqua order in this one. And a couple of real good ones right now.
Oh, baby.
That ball is hit. And that is hit far. Hudson has a beat on it.
It's a bad mistake on third base, though. I think. I'm not sure now. They didn't have him tagging, Gary.
Neither player, and perhaps both of them
might have
tagged up.
Sure. Because the ball was clearly high enough, and right now you see Jeff Redding is hollering out, but it's a tweener. I'm not sure he could have made it to third base anyway. That ball's plenty deep enough. You might have a runner on third, but again, it's a 2-run game anyway. And now the fella you talked about, Gary.
Ware is 0 for 2 with a walk. Got one on an error. Has home run power. Came into the game batting .487. And everybody's on their feet. Tamaqua wants a big hit. The Wolverines want a big out. Instead, they get ball one.
Gary, I may have to take that back a little bit. I'm kind of getting on Alice Zukas a little bit for not tagging, but I'm not sure it makes that much difference. Certainly the runner at first can't tag up because if that ball drops, he's got to put himself in a position to score.
And certainly Ricciuti trying to avoid giving anything fat to Ware.
No question about it, because this kid has got some huge numbers this year, and I tell you, he hits a gap shot here, and we got a brand new ball game. J.R. Graver's on deck, and he's only hitting .403. Watch out. Don't make a mistake here.
Wow, pretty good play and close. Diving back was Zukas.
Ball!
3-0.
A nice play by Ware to hold up on that thing. And I'll tell you what, that's 3-0, Gary. He walks here, and you've got the tying run in scoring position with a 400 hitter, and that's awfully close. Probably off the plate just a little bit.
Got him taken here, John. Are you going to let him?
Oh, no, you got to take.
Try to crank one out.
Down 2. Down 2 runs, Gary. I think you got to take. Got to take, because he's going to have to come back with 3-1 anyway.
Big gaps here at the stadium.
Can't be swinging at this pitch.
3-1.
Now I think he gives him the green light. Because if you're Ricciuti, you got to come back with it anyway. You don't want to give up that base anyway. You can't put that tying run in scoring position. Ricciuti's got to come in with it.
Swing and a miss. The classic battle. Full count. Runners will be going. And of course, with the runners going,
oh yeah,
any kind of solid hit in the gap might score both. And you get a look at Jay Cortez keeping everybody on the same page.
It all comes down to this, Gary.
3-2. 2 on, 2 out. Down by 2. The final out. Maybe.
Ball 4.
The bases are filled with Raiders.
Wow.
How much discipline does it take to hold off of this?
That is a gutsy. Oh yeah, and a great. That's a great at bat. That ball had a bend in it, and it broke clear out of the strike zone. I'll tell you, that is a great pitch by Kevin Ricciuti, but an even better at bat by Ware, because that ball was starting off in the strike zone, and a lesser hitter, Gary, goes fishing for that thing and strikes out.
Here's a guy that's 2 for 3. Has an RBI, fielder's choice in the first, a solid base hit going with the pitch in the third to right field, and then he hit a line drive off the ankle of Kevin Ricciuti in the 6th. Alan Graber, JR, At the plate, the tying run at second base. Strike one.
I think Ricciuti didn't reach back a little bit on that one. That looked like a first inning pitch. He reached back, gave it all he got. He's coming right after Graver.
Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Right two.
These two pitchers have been something else today, Gary. They have dug down when you just don't think they have anything left. It's all about adrenaline. It's all about a state championship. This one's going to be off the plate just a little bit, but Graver's got to protect.
He does not. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
Your 2003 Class 2A state champions, the Wolverines of Ellwood City.
And the infield is littered with baseball mitts. Forget it, they drop everything, and the celebration right now is taking place on the pitcher's mound. And there is one tough baseball team, and I'm alluding to Tamaqua, who gathers in front of their dugout, but how about Ellwood City? I'm telling you, Gary, Tamaqua came out of the gates, and they were just ripping the cover off the baseball. And I really thought this thing was going to be a blowout. I thought that Tamaqua was just going to hammer the ball all day long. I thought we were going to have one of those 10-2 games. Ellwood City steady the ship, and Ricciuti did a good job. He threw 116 pitches, and this is the 116th that we'll look at right now.
Pretty important pitch.
And and I'm telling you, those three pitches to this young fella, Alan J.R. Graver, were as hard as any pitches he'd thrown all day long. Nowhere left to go, nothing left to do. The bases were loaded, and Ricciuti just reaches back, summons up everything he has, and punches out a very, very good hitter in J.R. Graver for the state championship.
3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. Wolverines left 12, or make it 10 runners on base. Tamaqua 1 run on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors, and they left 10 runners on base. Great ball game.
It absolutely was. It had a little something for everybody. Great defense. You know, you had the human element because there were sure enough mistakes made out there. But Gary, not so many that I think any one of them cost anybody else the game. I think this was a win that was well earned by Ellwood City. I think that Tamaqua played well in defeat, no question about that. And I thought that we saw 2 class programs here today.
Well, it was a big base hit in the 6th inning by Lilliebridge that got the 2-1 lead. And I think we can take a look at that.
And
as a jubilant bunch of Wolverines, Lincoln High School is where they go in Ellwood City. And head coach, you see Jeff Fodia, he's had some hair grow in since the shearing.
Yeah, he has. Well, any more games like today, and he won't have to shear his hair. He just go bald naturally, because this stuff can make you go gray or bald. But we'll look at the game-winning hit. It is a rocket shot by Lilliebridge. But look, we can't see it from this angle, but I'm telling you, Zach Kupczynski comes very, very close to making a spectacular play that would have negated this whole thing. Now watch the reaction right there by Lilliebridge. He had a clue right there that good things were going to happen because of that play. And Ellwood City celebrates the state championship 2003, and hats off while we're at it to Tamaqua for the fine performance they put on, and nothing to be ashamed of. That is a great high school baseball team. 2 great ones here today going head to head.
2 teams that came in with 20 wins apiece. Ellwood City now has won 16 in a row here at the end of the season. And of course, the biggest right here at RiverSide Stadium for the state championship. So I guess some of the ghosts of a Hack Wilson and a Richie Allen
floating around here today.
Yeah, floating around here a little bit today. And We'll, of course, have the awarding of the medals in just a moment. And coming up, 3A baseball, as Westchester East will be in that one, as they will take on Bethel Park, the Hawks, out of the West. And now we turn our attention to PIAA PA announcer Robert Schellenberg.
You walked into the stadium as champions. You both leave as champions. You've received medals, you've received trophies, but you are truly champions. And on behalf of the PIAA, we salute you, and we would now like to honor the 2003 PIAA AA runner-up, Blue Raiders of Tamaqua High School. We'd ask that head coach Jeff Redding please bestow the medals upon his champions. We begin with J.R. Graver. Tori Graver. John Lux. Jesse Tuckett. Matt Miller. Aaron Smith. Ryan Gerber. Mark Mahako. Chris Ware. Kyle Spots. Alex Zukas.
Move that way.
Josh Engelman.
Oh, good.
Zach Kopczynski. Mike Mazer. Marshall Garger. Matt Yoakum. Caleb Calarco. Student manager, Matt Witkowski. Assistant coaches, Pat Morgans, Dan Gerber, Craig Valentine, and Brian Redding. Raider Athletic Director, Mike Romiak. Tamaqua Athletic Trainer, Linda Vekalitis. And Blue Raider head coach, Jeff Redding. We now ask that Caleb Calarco, Chris Ware, Kyle Spots, and Tori Graver, if you'll please step forward. Principal Raymond Kinder, along with Athletic Director Mike Romiak, presenting the Raiders of Tamaqua with the 2003 PIAA runner-up trophy, ladies and gentlemen, the Tamaqua Blue Raiders. And now we switch to the third base line, where we will now meet the 2003 PIAA AA champion, Ellwood City Wolverines. Head coach Jeff Fodia to present the medals, beginning with Chad Snyder, Travis McQuiston, Kyle Young, Tony Cunningham, Steve Ladavico, Nick Mancini, Matthew Clark, Jeremy Hunsacker. Jay Cortez. Lou Nacera. Kevin Ricciuti. Eddie Jacobs. Mike Fidel. Darren Kaleo. John Paul Weimer. Brett Smith. Lavon Hudson. Andrew DeMace. Aaron Lillibridge. T.J. Post. Darren Sherry. Their managers, Matt Levins.
Matt Levins, where you at, man?
And Josh Cortez.
Here you go, baby. Come on out here.
Assistant coach, Joe Ricciuti. And Wolverine head coach, Jeff Fodia. And we ask that the coaches please come forward. Jeff Fodia, Joe Ricciuti, Vic Sherrick, and Bud Campbell, please come forward. As Ellwood City Athletic Director, Mr. Carl Flory presents the Wolverines of Ellwood City with the 2003 PIAA Double-A Championship Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wolverines of Ellwood City.
A happy, happy moment in Wolverine history as they win themselves their first state championship. And they do it by a 3-1 score over the Tamaqua Blue Raiders. We'd like to acknowledge the 3 million homes across the state and millions of Pennsylvania residents and sports fans who are able to receive television coverage of the PIAA Baseball Championships on the Pennsylvania Cable Network, a public service of Pennsylvania Cable Television Companies. The base hit by Aaron Lillibridge, almost grabbed by Zach Kopczynski. He didn't get it. The victory goes to Ellwood City. We thank you for spending time with us. As again, just a reminder, the AAA championship will follow Westchester East and Bethel Park. For John Leone, for the RCN4 sports team, for Rick Guijo, and of course, for PCN. Thanks for watching. I'm Gary Laubach. Goodbye, everybody.
You've been watching PCN's exclusive coverage of PIAA Championship Baseball on PCN, Pennsylvania's Championship Network. Brought to you by TAP 529, Pennsylvania's tax-advantaged college savings plan at 1-800-440-4000. TAP 529, helping college dreams happen.
College costs are skyrocketing. I recommend we put you in Pennsylvania's TAP 529 program. College savings presently grow federal and Pennsylvania tax-free. Save for college at almost any private or public college in the country. And there are many new investment options to choose from. It's all right here.
Pennsylvania's Tab 529. Call, go online, or talk with your financial advisor.
So, what do you think?
Sounds like a plan, honey.
With over 115,000 interscholastic contests taking place each year, PIAA continues to emphasize the importance of sportsmanship. The PIAA defines sportsmanship as qualities characterized by genuine concern for others. In 1996, PIAA introduced the sportsmanship program, The Only Missing Piece Is You. Its mission is to educate and promote the practice of good sportsmanship. The ideals of sportsmanship apply equally to all disciplines. Individuals, regardless of their roles in interscholastic athletics, are expected to be aware of their influence on the behavior of others and act in a responsible manner at all times. Along with the sportsmanship program, PIAA also requires all of its registered officials to read the PIAA sportsmanship message to captains and coaches prior to games at all levels. PIAA encourages everyone involved in interscholastic athletics, from fans to contestants, to exemplify good sportsmanship. The only missing piece is you.
Video copies of this state championship telecast are available from the Pennsylvania Cable Network. Sporting events run $29.95 each and may be ordered by calling PCN toll-free at 1-866-PCN-VIDEO.
You're watching PCN, the Pennsylvania Cable Network, state leader in public affairs programming. PCN is supported in part by Blue Ridge Communications, serving cable subscribers in Lansford, Lehighton, and Stroudsburg.